You guys want to try a social experiment? Okay. You want to try a social experiment? You guys want to try a social experiment? Hey, Martin. Hey, friendo. Hey, Tofu Luck. Tofu Dog. You said good luck and I read it Tofu Luck. See, let's get some people. It's getting busier and busier here. Hey, Svet. Svets. There's definitely a lot of stuff happening here. Hey, you guys want to try a social experiment? Okay. Can you guys hear me? We can hear you. Nice. Okay. I don't know if this is the first time that I'm scheduling one of these live streams, but yeah, scheduled it. I'm a little bit nervous because I scheduled it. I don't know why. Hey, hey, Anon or Kathy. Want to try? Want to try a social experiment? Perfect with schedule. Yeah, yeah. It's just on time, huh? Everything was right on time. Started 1 minute earlier or something like that. Now we just gotta wait until somebody comes. Huh? I was expecting more people since there's so many people that some of them would stop. There are some people watching me from the tables, but nobody's coming already. It's always until somebody comes first, and then they come up more often. It's like people are wary, you know. If they see somebody coming, then they're like, hey, yeah, I want to try it. You guys want to try a social experiment? Ask you some questions, get you to think? No? Okay. So annoying, such a crowd. Yeah, it's like you can't see the whole market, but it's pretty damn full, and it's getting fuller and fuller. So that's good. So that means more of a chance for us. You guys want to try a social experiment? No? Okay. After the first one, they start to queue. Yeah, exactly. You guys want to try a social experiment? Want to try it? I ask you some questions, that's all. I'm gonna set it in this direction to see maybe we'll catch some people. You guys want to try social experiment? I just ask you some questions.
It's teasing, but no, thank you.
No? Okay.
Have a great evening.
Yeah, you too. 5 minutes. Damn, nobody in 5 minutes. Slow start. Yeah, I also don't enjoy crowds, Linda. So I'm sitting more that way because there's more people coming from that. So let's see, somebody's coming.
Be a better person.
He really wanted to try, but she was like, no. Maybe a change of location. Yeah. I think like if we don't get anyone, but I think this is one of the best locations. Maybe we'll move in a different corner or something. You guys want to try a social experiment? Hi. You want to try a social experiment?
Sure.
What's your name?
Gabriel.
I'm Chip. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Sure.
Can you come closer so that you're in view?
Yeah.
Nice. You want to try it too?
Yeah, I'm his brother.
Oh, nice. Come here. What's your name?
Michael.
Michael. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
Chip.
Nice to meet you.
Gabriel and Michael.
Yeah.
That's some biblical names right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn this around and tell me what you think, okay?
Crazy.
Crazy.
They look crazy.
It says animal abuse should be legal. Do you agree?
I don't believe in that.
I don't
I'm
believe
not,
in
I'm
it
not a
either.
pet owner, but in the future I would like to, and don't think I would ever do that.
Why not? Why is it? Why would it? Why not abuse animals?
I mean, if you think about it as like, let's say a family aspect, I'm not gonna go buy pets. I'm gonna go buy an individual like myself. Like as a kid, why would you want to grow up being abused?
Oh no, I agree. I completely agree as a child. But like, I mean, are animals like? Do you think animals have personalities or stuff like that? Do you think they're deserving to not be abused?
I think so because they also have similarities to humans. Like they feel pain, they have minds, they think, they communicate to us as well. So in a way, they're similar to us. So they have the similar aspects of life to us as well.
Okay, nice. I appreciate that. Okay, so you both agree that we should never abuse cats or dogs, right?
No.
What about cows, chickens, pigs?
In that aspect, um, it's a similar situation, which is why I understand that some people don't eat them. Personally, I like my burgers. So, from a religious perspective, we believe that as Christians, God has given us those animals to eat.
But so these animals, right? They could
No,
also
yeah,
be
like
abused,
like
right?
Cows, goats, anything like that. We personally believe like those were given to us to eat. These are used as like to support people and help them within their lives. And also cows and horses, those are used to help people with their lives as well.
But do you think God would prefer that you kill animals or that you leave them alone?
I think God has given us things that we use to benefit us, to help us live, because without certain foods or anything available to us, we can't live. But also, like, those animals are to assist us in our lives as well, in terms of like household or just to be there as like a friend by your side as well.
So you agree that we should be okay? It should be illegal to abuse certain animals.
Certain animals, yes, because other ones are specified for one reason and others for others.
Okay. Do you know what so do you think discriminating based on something like species is fair?
Um, Among species, like, because there's like levels to it, because
Like a pig didn't choose to be born a pig,
no.
and the dog didn't choose to be a dog. Yet if you're born one, you get your throat cut. If you're born another, you get petted, right? So do you think that's fair?
Well, I think also because some things seem more household use, while others seem more like they should be outside animals because of their cleanliness, the way that they deal with individuals. Because like dogs at a certain extent, if you compare a street dog to a house dog, you see a street dog is much more aggressive, they attack more, but a household dog, they're calm, they're close to the individual that owns them, and they're more friendly.
Yeah, but like, do you think that the value of an animal, the value that they possess, is solely based on what they give to us, or do you think they have some value of their own?
They have some value on their own, and also depends upon the fortune they get. Because like not all dogs are gonna get adopted. Not all
Yeah.
cats are gonna get adopted to be in a home. Some will and some will not.
I mean, also I feel like dogs or pets in general, they obviously have value because that person picked that pet for a reason.
So they only have value based on what they give to you.
No, I mean that's for
Because do they have value on their own?
I think they do.
Right. So if they have value on their own, then it's safe to say that also pigs, chickens, cows have value on their own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because just as you said, they have thoughts, they have feelings, they feel pain, right? So wouldn't you say that you said you like your burgers, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that you could have a plant-based burger and spare some animals the killing, the pain, the negative emotions that are associated with them being put into all these awful practices where they get their tail cut, where they
We
get
do that.
We
We do
do.
that. Spiritually, we do that.
Yeah.
There's times, months where we don't, all plant-based, all of that. So I feel like we have our times and spaces for everything.
But then every once in a while, do you think it's still justified? Like even once in a while, if you were in their shoes, do you think it would be justified that somebody who, let's say, kills humans once every couple of months and eats them, do you think it would be justified for them to do that to you? While they can choose to eat plant-based, of course, but they say, I like the taste of human meat. I don't know. Let's imagine that it's not illegal, right? Because obviously there's the legality side. But
Yeah.
if I'm just going to put this one down. If there would be no issue with legality, do you think it would be fair towards you for somebody to come and take your life and say, I don't know, I like the taste of your flesh, even if they do it once every couple of months?
I mean, with humans, that's. I feel like that is different. That's a murder is illegal.
But again,
saying
like
murder is legal?
leaving legality on the side. Like if
so
he
all
finds a legal loophole, like I don't know, where he can murder people, would that make it okay?
I don't think so, but to him, it's okay.
I
him
think
it's
more
okay,
people
yeah.
would think that it's more justified and not justified. Like in this case, we're saying because there's no legality to it, so people can feel like, oh, this guy like discriminated me. This guy did something wrong to me. I feel like he did that. I'm just gonna go kill him and eat him because I feel like I want to.
But do you
Because they
think?
feel like they can't be punished.
But do you think that we should be concerned more on the desires of somebody who is an oppressor, or somebody who decides that somebody else is less deserving of life, less deserving of a good life, or we should be concerned of the victims when it comes to situations like this? Like if somebody wants to kill somebody else, do you think we should be concerned on why they want to kill somebody else, or do you think we should be concerned about the fact that there are victims on that side, and maybe we should stop that? Is there ever a justified killing? Like for innocent people, again, let's put it this way, right? Because all these animals are also innocent. Do you think there is any way to justify killing, and not just killing, exploiting and then killing them?
I said earlier, it's kind of like in the situation of needing it to live. Like it's kind of something that you're gonna find in every household, and it's something that's developed over many years.
Yeah.
And it's something that's like a readily available opportunity, or like something that people have that they can be able to go and know that, oh, I can rely on this, so I can be able to eat and like be fulfilled tonight.
But I used to believe that you can't survive and thrive also, like without animal products. But
Yeah.
I built most of my muscle mass using plant-based products, and you can easily survive and thrive, right? So I would say for me, the reason why I became vegan, which means that I'm against what we do to animals, and I just follow through, is because I think if I can get all my nutrition, all my taste, and everything that I need and want from plants, then how could I ever justify exploiting and taking the life of an innocent animal, right? Like they are brought into existence to be exploited and slaughtered. I don't know how much you know about the dairy industry, for example. Do you know anything about the dairy industry?
Not much,
The-
no.
Yeah, so why do you think cows produce milk, for example?
To nourish their babies.
Exactly, right? So farmers, they forcefully impregnate cows. Like the procedure goes like somebody puts their hands in their anus, holds their cervix and injects bull semen. Somebody else jerks off a bull for that to happen. When the baby is born, what do you think happens to the babies?
They get killed.
Well, the
They
first
grow
thing,
up and then
And
well,
then
the first
same
thing that
process.
happens is they get separated from their mothers, because otherwise they would drink their mother's milk. So that's the first thing that happens. If they're male, they get killed up to 1 year. So the most of them live a couple of weeks and then they get killed, and a lot of them live. Oh, sorry, a lot of them. Some of them live up to 1 year, and women, like girls, they suffer the same fate as their mother, year over year, forceful impregnation, for like 6 to 8 years, when the farmer can no longer impregnate them with ease, like if they don't get pregnant with ease, and then they go to a slaughterhouse, and they can live up to 20 years, so they don't live even half their life, and a miserable life to begin with, because they get exploited, they have their babies stolen from them, and then they killed. So do you think any of this is justified, what we get from them?
I can see that it's a tough situation, obviously, because like if we think about like a human mother going through that, it would be
Exactly.
horrific. But at the same time, I don't think a cow or an animal is gonna do the same things as human beings do. Like they're not gonna go work in a bank. They're not gonna be doctors. They're
But
not
they
gonna
still
do.
feel. They still
I
feel
under-
the pain,
Because
huh?
Yeah.
we're talking about purpose.
Yeah.
And their life. The animals.
But purpose. Do you think it's fair for somebody to judge, to decide your purpose, and that's one that you didn't decide ever for yourself, and that's one that doesn't benefit you at all, right? Because all these animals, we decide the purpose for them. They didn't decide it on their own, and it's not the purpose that benefits them. It's the purpose that benefits us. They're literally used like milk producing machines or meat producing machines. They're grown up to the age when it's perfect for meat, then killed. Nobody is concerned with their well-being, whether they're happy, whether they want to die, whether they want to live, right? Like, do you think that's fair?
I mean, when you put an aspect like that, let's say, okay, animals don't have a say.
They
And
don't.
we know that.
Yeah.
If they were to have a say or live their own lives, that would be different. I understand animals can't talk, they can't do any of that.
But they still can think and
I know-
feel,
they
right?
can feel and think, of course.
Yeah.
But
Maybe they can talk also, and we can't understand, right?
maybe, I mean, they obviously talk to each other.
They have a
the
form of
animals,
communicating
yeah.
with each other, exactly, right? So imagine that there's so many species of animals on this planet, and there's so many that are, like pigs, for example, are more intelligent than dogs. Like, you literally see videos of pigs who go and pick flowers to decorate their house where they live. They work together to do stuff together. So,
Yeah.
like, they're very intelligent animals, but I don't think intelligence should be something how we judge and
Yeah.
anybody's whether they should live or die, because we also have less intelligent human beings who are incapable of a lot of stuff, and yet we say they should live. Furthermore, we even say they should be protected. So, do you think that these animals don't you think they deserve at least the amount of consideration where we don't exploit and slaughter them for something that is optional to us?
I understand that it's optional, but I'm still gonna go back to the point that I think that, like, they can't do the same things as humans. Despite their intelligence, they can't do the same things. Like, humans, I know they can run off of like vegan food, like you said, plant-based products, but at the same time, it's what's readily been available for years. People didn't really think of using plants as something to eat before, and so we're just been doing what we have been doing for many years, and they're trying to figure out solutions to that as well. Like, I believe they're trying to create meat products off of like cloning some type of genes or some type of things in scientific labs to try and make it taste similar, which they are trying to help. But I'm just coming back to the overall point that I think that they're slaughtered for that reason, and that happens. It's not something amazing, and we know they go through pain, but
Would you say it's immoral?
yeah, it's like immoral. It's like something kind of that.
But would you say it's wrong to do this to them?
No, I wouldn't say it's wrong.
You wouldn't say so. You think it's right what we do to them? You think that we can, like, let's just put it in a slightly different perspective. There's a dog right here, and I just go at their throat. Like, I take a knife and slash their throat and then eat them, when I could just go to a supermarket right there and buy a plant-based product. Do you think it's fair towards that dog that I did that?
No, but I don't think a person would think to eat a dog. There's certain foods that people
No, but
differentiate.
the only reason why I mentioned the dog is because you seem to be a bit more connected to a dog, where you think that a dog has emotions, has feelings, because probably you were related to this dog. But the reality is, from the perspective of a dog or from the perspective of a cow, there's not much difference, right? They all feel and want to live exactly similarly, right? They all want to, yeah, they're different animals, but you and me are different also. But the way they perceive the world is very similar in that way. So that's why
I want to ask you a question. If I saw a cow next to a dog, I would probably go for the cow.
But your options aren't between killing a cow or a dog. Your options are between exploiting and killing a cow or not at all.
Well, because, like I said, it's something that we've been doing, it's something that we're using, and it's something that we kill because it's what we've been doing for years, and they can't take positions of humans.
And it's also like, it's not like we started this system. It's a system that was obviously started many
No,
years
I understand
ago.
that. Like, listen, I used to be part of the system also, but like, what I'm trying to say here is like, yeah, we've been doing it for years, but do you think that there's things that we as humans have been doing for years that we stopped doing because we said it's wrong to do them? Like, we've been doing, like, for example, do you think slavery is something that we've been doing for thousands of years and at some point we stopped because we said it's wrong to do so?
No. things are still happening.
There's
Like
still-
racism is never gonna
Racism is
stop.
still happening, but slavery, we try to stop it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there will be discrimination going on furthermore, right? But the idea is that we try to better our society. We say it's wrong to discriminate. It's wrong to enslave people. And by the way, when we talked about slavery during slavery times, everybody said the same thing about them, that they're not human, that they're not like us. They can't think like us. They don't look like us. Right? So it's still a method of discrimination where we say they're different than us, therefore they deserve the fate that they have. We assign a role to them and we kill them. Do you see the similarities between what we do to animals?
I understand the animal side of this, but people can say the same thing about plants. Like, why do we want to kill
plants?
plants?
Don't have feelings, right?
But how do we know that?
Well, there's scientific consensus out there that they don't have feelings, and like even if you would say, even if you believe that plants have feelings, the reality is, consuming a plant-based diet would still mean that you eat less plants. So still, if you think they have feelings, it's still better to exploit less and kill less of them, right? Because the animals in animal agriculture, most of the plants that we grow on this earth are grown for the animals, to feed the animals, because they also have to eat something, right, to
Yeah.
get that big. So even in that scenario, like, it still makes more sense. Like, it's just a more compassionate option, right? And like, if I were to ask you, are you guys Christian? Is that
Yes.
it? Like, do you think that, let's say in modern times, there's Jesus right here. Do you think that Jesus would say, given the option between killing a cow and eating a plant-based burger, do you think he would say, I'm gonna slash the throat of that cow? Do you think that's a compassionate option to do?
Well, we actually refer to God, Jesus Christ, as the Lamb of God. He took the sacrifice as if he was a lamb getting slaughtered.
I know all that, but the reality is, like, I don't know if have you guys seen Christspiracy? It's a documentary that is actually mentioning the idea that Jesus could have been vegan because he started going to temples and saying, we don't need to sacrifice animals. That was one of his things. Like, he's saying that it's wrong because they're defenseless. They literally are defenseless, innocent animals. And us to slaughter them for something that we think is right, I don't think it is, right? We have to think also from their perspective a little bit.
Yeah.
And I understand through Christianity point, you can think about Noah's Ark. He could have let all the animals stay and die, but he chose Noah and for him to build the ark and then save all the animals so that it can live on for future generations of humans for their living and for the generations ahead of that.
But like the animals that we grow today, the cows, the chickens,
Yeah.
the pigs that we grow today, they're animals that have been in the last 200, 300 years. They're animals that we selectively bred to produce as much for us as we can, either meat or milk or whatever it is that we need from them, or eggs. Because the chickens, for example, that are grown for eggs are not the same that the chickens are grown for meat.
Yeah.
One grows, like, what age do you think chickens are killed for meat, for example?
Maybe 5 years?
42 days. They live a month and a little bit. Like, they're killed as babies. Do you really think we can justify any of this like that? Like,
Well, it's coming back to the same point. Like, we as humans use them, and at the same time, they can't work. They're not doing the hard labor of life like human beings do. They're not out saving a life like a doctor. They're not out building.
they
the
live their
roads.
life, don't they?
They live their life.
You live your life,
but they
right?
don't do anything.
They live their life for
They
their
live their
purpose.
life
We're
for the
living our-
benefit of people.
It doesn't matter. Like, does every person on this planet give you benefit personally? Does every person on this planet give benefit to humanity?
No,
No. So then, should we kill those people because they don't give any benefit to humanity?
no.
No. So the fact that they give
They're
benefit,
also doing
or,
something in humanity.
maybe
they
they're
could
not.
Be doing something.
Maybe there's people who do nothing in humanity. Do you think they should be killed or exploited for whatever?
Well, maybe if there's no people doing stuff in humanity, animals are also not doing stuff in humanity.
But the purpose isn't like we have to rise above this idea that we as humans are superior to animals, right? And even if we think we're superior to them, shouldn't we then act superior and say it's wrong to exploit and kill them? Like, what is it that? Because I felt to like you understand. So let's just put it this way: do you understand that? Because you said it's not wrong what we do to them, but do you think that if you were in their shoes, from their perspective, do you think would you feel it's wrong for somebody, a more intelligent species somehow, an aliens, if you will, whatever it is, they come to this planet, they're more intelligent than us, and they say, I like the taste of their flesh, and to just exploit us and kill us. Do you think that would be right?
No, it wouldn't be right. But also, since you said they're more intelligent than us, they're doing stuff at levels we've never did. We are more intelligent than animals from what
Yeah,
I've
but you
seen,
wouldn't
and we're
think
doing.
it's right.
Well, we wouldn't think it's right, but at the same time, they're using their power for their benefit.
Yeah, but do you think that if you have power, you should abuse it? You should use it?
Not always abuse it, but you should use it to the right extent where things are like to the point that benefits you and those around you.
So
Like
the-
we've used animals and eaten them because they benefit those around us and us as well.
But
That's
do you
how we
think that
live.
if I have power over you, do you think that I should use my power and exploit you or abuse you however I can to benefit myself and the people around me? Do you think that if somebody has power, like Jeff Bezos or all these people who are pretty clearly powerful people, do you think they should have the right to exploit the ones that don't have power?
Well, I think that's why we were given a conscience to differentiate right versus
Exactly,
wrong. But that
exactly.
conscience goes to a higher level. If you're you're comparing an animal to a human being.
Because we're all animals.
We are animals, but we're animals who are more developed on a higher level.
Yeah, but you see,
And
we
when
come
God-
back to the same thing. Development just means more power in your mind, right? Development
I'm
just
not
means.
saying more power. I'm saying we do things that animals don't do.
I
think that's.
But there's also things that animals do and we don't do, right? I mean, come on, let's face it. There's a lot of things that animals do that we can't do. One fly, we can't fly.
Yeah.
Right.
Does flying benefit us?
I mean, maybe it could. You'd never know how humans could have evolved if we had the capability of flight, right?
Couldn't
But-
flying
but
be
we don't
a
have a-
benefit towards humans?
we don't have
What if
an-
someone uses flying to go to other people and hurt them?
For example, pigs, they have an amazing nose. Like, that could obviously benefit us humans, right? Like, we could detect stuff that from a distance. Oh, I like that, I don't like that. We could distinguish smells easily. So, yeah, there's a lot of characteristics that animals have that would.
But don't animals do what we do? Don't animals use their sense of smell, their sense of taste, and all that to kill their prey so they can eat as well? We're doing the same.
Maybe some animals do that, right? But we, as you say, we're superior to animals. We know better. We have a conscience. We develop this system of morality where we say it's wrong to do this or it's right to do this. We can't judge what animals do because the reality is that animals rape each other. Animals in nature, they rape each other a lot. They kill each other a lot. Yet we as humans say we're not going to kill each other or rape each other. We developed this higher capability where we say, okay, well, we can do better, right? So why would we care what animals do, right? At the end of the day, we know what we can do, and we know that we have the option between exploiting an innocent being and not. And if we choose to exploit an innocent being, do you think that's right?
Well, you said raping.
Well, at one point, the animal's gonna die anyways.
Wait, one second.
They are gonna die, but everybody's gonna die. That doesn't give anybody
Wait, one
that
second.
doesn't give anybody the right to kill them, right?
I was trying to go back. You said animals out there are raping and killing each other.
Yeah.
So are human beings doing the same thing.
Yeah, but we frown upon that, right? We say it's not okay. Like if a human being rapes somebody else, we don't say, yeah, it's okay. Animals rape each other. Like imagine somebody raping a woman and then going into court and saying, lions rape each other. Why can't I rape a woman, right? So,
Yeah.
so we hold ourselves to a higher standard. We say, we got to do better. We say with the reason why, because if I ask you why is it bad to hurt somebody, like human or animal?
Why is it bad to hurt someone, human or animal?
Yeah.
Well, there's obviously the pain aspect, as we've said, but
And
at
also,
the
with
same
killing
time,
is a mental aspect too. Like,
people can be mentally unstable.
Well, I would say it's bad because they feel the consequences of that, right? Like if I kick a dog, it's bad because they would feel it. If they wouldn't feel it, then it's nothing wrong, right? If I kick a tree, probably the tree doesn't feel it, so nothing wrong there, right? But if I kick a dog, if I kick a human, they feel it. That's why it's bad. So that's the same reason why it's bad to harm any other animal, because they would feel it. They would feel the consequences of me harming. They would feel the consequences of my exploitation.
but animals can harm us as well, though.
They can, but none of these animals do harm us, right? All of these animals are innocent animals who haven't done anything. If an animal tries to attack you and you want to defend yourself, of course, I'm not saying like you defend yourself, defend your life. But these animals, this is not the position we're in, right? The position that we're in is that these animals are somewhere in a place where we chose and we said, this is their purpose, we got to exploit them, we got to slaughter them. And we just go with it, like literally, we even selectively bred the ones that are the most docile, the most nicest animals in the world, and then we said let's kill those because we have the most power over them.
Well, even though they're nice, it's what benefits us at the end of the day. I know we're at the
But
higher.
that's a contradiction. No?
I know. How is that a contradiction?
Because I ask you, do you think that if somebody were to benefit from exploiting you, would that be right? And you said no.
I said it depends on the conscience because you were talking about legality.
No, like leaving law out of it, right? Like leaving legality out of it. Do you think that if somebody were to exploit you for what they want out of you, do you think that would be fair towards you? Was that right for you?
No.
So then if somebody does that,
First of all, it's not a benefit towards them. Second of all, it's
maybe they benefit. What do you mean? Like slavery, during slavery,
Did they
the
eat
person who
humans?
had slaves benefited greatly from having slaves. They had things done for free. They had their whole house clean for free, whatever it is. They benefited greatly.
yeah at that time, but there was also people who know it was wrong, and then they worked.
But why is it wrong? You said
Because they're
we
giving
have
a human
follow-
life to people who have purposes in the world, who can be at a higher level, working to save people's lives, working to be out on the streets, being a police officer, helping people not get raped, not get killed, like you said. There's humans that do jobs that animals can't do. That should be the end of the
But there's
story.
humans who also don't do jobs.
Okay, yeah, that's their fault.
So
if they're
if
not
humans who
doing
don't do
jobs, they
jobs-
should get off their butt and do their work.
But what if there are humans who cannot
Animals
do
are
jobs?
not doing jobs.
Let's say there's humans who cannot do jobs. They're intellectually challenged people, people in wheelchairs, people who cannot
That's
do
a different
jobs.
situation.
Why? Let's say
If
those
they're
are
disabled, they have something that doesn't allow them to work.
animals are the same. They're not allowed to work, are they?
Well, they're working as food.
Well, they're not working as food. They're slaves. They're put in a system of slavery. They didn't
So
choose
if we
to
let
be in
all,
that
if we
place.
let all the animals free in the world, free out of their barns, cages, and everything.
What are
and
they
they're
going to
just
benefit?
free
How are they
everywhere,
going to benefit the
How
world?
would that How would that affect us?
How would that benefit
In
the world?
absolutely no way is going to affect us, other than society will be better because if we're more empathic towards animals, we're obviously more empathic towards humans. Other than health-wise, it's obviously better to be plant-based than eat meat.
So life would be better if all animals were free in the streets.
Well, I'm not saying on the streets. I'm not
Because you're
saying
saying they have a purpose and they can do jobs. What jobs can they do other than
No,
make
I'm
it-
not saying
give us
I'm not
food?
saying that they have a purpose and have a job. There's plenty of animals on this planet. Like take for instance, I don't know, lions. Take for instance, for example, would you kill giraffes? Would you kill giraffes? Do they have a purpose to you?
I wouldn't kill giraffes.
So why not?
Their purpose, they're part of nature.
So why wouldn't
they're
these
there, but
animals
other
be
Part
people-
of
part of
nature's
nature?
pyramids,
other
they
people
use
have
each other.
I have a preference not to kill them. Other people do.
Yeah, but this is a preference that's brought. This is a discrimination preference. It's not something that you're discriminating based on the fact that they're born like if somebody's born a giraffe or a zebra, you say they deserve to live. If somebody's born a cow, hell no, cut their throat. Like literally, if a cow paints herself with stripes, you say no, you deserve to live. If they wash themselves, no, you you tricked me. You're supposed to die. Like imagine the thinking that way. Like the fact that we, based on what they look like, based on how they're born, we say you deserve to die. You deserve to be exploited. Like
Well, also, like your point about a giraffe doesn't really make sense because at the same time, I'm talking about what was readily available. Giraffes and all that stuff was not readily available to where
none of it
most,
is readily available.
to
All of
where
it.
most of the population of the Earth was. Most of the population of Earth came in Europe at those times and all those areas where majority of animals like a pig, a cow, and all that seemed more formidable to eat. None of that.
No. All of these we selectively bred. Again, all of these animals we bred into existence.
So do you think human beings tried a giraffe and said, I don't want to taste this anymore?
I have no clue. I'm sure. By the way, I'm sure human beings also exploit and kill giraffes. You can look it up. But any animal on this planet, we kill and exploit them, right? Like maybe not we as a society, because culturally, some cultures say it's okay to kill certain animals. Other cultures say it's okay to kill other
A
animals.
lot of humans are killed and exploited, and no one does anything about it. What happens in wars?
Yeah, but
some of
we-
those families
but-
don't receive any
yeah, but you
benefits
say
from
that's
government
wrong.
or the president.
But you
That's
say-
not wrong. A lot of people do not receive any
But do you
benefits
say it's wrong?
whatsoever.
Do you say it's wrong that all that happens to those people?
It is wrong that it happens to those people. But
So
those
why do
people
you
are
not
serving
say
a
that it's
purpose for
wrong?
their country.
So why-
Animals are not serving a purpose.
Okay, but
unless
why do you
giving us
not-
nutritional value?
What if these people don't serve any purpose? Like we're going in circles because all you think about is humans and their purpose to you, like what they
I'm not saying
benefit
my
to you.
purpose to me. I'm saying to the purpose of the world and the purpose they've served for years.
But what purpose does a giraffe serve to the world?
Nothing.
So then why
A
would a
giraffe is
cow
not
need a
doing
purpose to so a giraffe? So let's put it this way: a giraffe serves no purpose to the world. Yet you think
It could serve a purpose, but people are not choosing to selectively use
Yet-
it as a purpose.
Yet you think they deserve to live, whereas a cow.
I never said I think it should live.
No, so you don't think? Do you think giraffes should be killed?
No, they're gonna be in nature and they're gonna get killed at one point by a lion who's hunting them.
No. Do you think humans should exploit and slaughter giraffes?
If they think it's beneficial, yes.
Okay, where do you draw the line?
If it is
Dogs?
beneficial.
Dogs?
Where do I draw the line?
Yeah.
I draw the line where I see it's beneficial and if it's more
Humans.
in the mind. I'm not gonna go on the street and if I see a dog and a giraffe and if I'm looking, if something makes sense to morally slaughter, I'm gonna slaughter a giraffe. I'm not gonna slaughter a dog.
Why?
It just makes more sense.
How?
Just how I think.
Yeah, but you impose your own arbitrary set of rules. Anybody on this planet, any person who has power with you can say, I set an arbitrary set of rules, and every person who has black hair deserves to die. I have power over them. That is my rule. That's how I draw the line. That wouldn't be fair. Come on.
Their decision.
Yeah, it's the same way how your decision, you draw an arbitrary line and you think cows deserve to live.
I never said cows deserve to live.
Sorry, deserve to die for you.
Just going back to the same point. You keep on saying we're going in circles, but we've said our point. It's the one that makes sense in my opinion.
Yeah, but you got to think a little bit more than yourself. That's the
I'm not
thing.
thinking of myself.
At the end of the
I'm
You
thinking
are.
of what's
You are.
happening.
You just say that you think of humanity, but the reality is you think of yourself. Because if you think of humanity, humanity would benefit greatly from everybody on this planet being plant-based or vegan.
Yeah, they would. I know. I've seen the.
So
I've
then-
seen the benefits.
so
I've
then-
said I'm talking about what's been happening for years to come.
But that doesn't
and
matter
that's
what
been
happened in the
happening
past.
for centuries.
I'm curious
It's
what-
not that easy to change billions of people from eating meat products to going to plants.
But it is easy for you to change, and it is easy for you to change. I'm
It
not
is
saying
easy,
change
but we're not
billions of
gonna make
people.
that decision.
Okay, we
It's
can
not
change,
something
but
we
our
want to do.
preference is not to change. So at the end of the day, each person has their preference. and
That's
each person-
exactly what the
each-
slave
and each
owner could
person
say
has
the
their
same.
purpose.
That's exactly
in
what the
mind.
slave owner could say.
Okay, that's them. I'm not them.
But you're exactly
I'm
like a
focused-
slave
I'm
owner.
focused on me and my preferences. That's
You're exactly like a slave owner.
So if I put a pig in a chair next to a patient who needs surgery, you think the pig will do the surgery? Yes or no?
If you put me next to a surgery, do you think I'll do a surgery? Yes or no?
No, because he didn't go to school.
No,
There
but
you go,
but
so-
go to
But you
school.
think a cow can? You think a
you
cow
can
can go to school and get an
educated.
education?
Do you think that a intellectually challenged person can go to school and get an education?
You had Stephen Hawking. He became mentally challenged.
He's
with
not
intelligence.
intellectually. Stephen Hawking was not intellectually challenged. No. He was in a wheelchair.
Intellectually
Yeah.
challenged? No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
But still a smart guy. He was in a wheelchair. And
And
was
do you
more-
think an intellectually challenged person who has the mind of a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old at the age of 60, at the age of 40, do you think they can go to school and do an operation?
No, but do you think they should die?
No, I believe everybody should live or die. It's you who draws the arbitrary line. I think
know.
everybody who has emotions should have the right to live. You say no. Only these have the right to live because I like them. These ones don't
I
have
didn't
the right
say
to
anything
live.
because I like them.
Come on, you said it's
I
your
did not
preference.
say-
You
I
said
didn't say it's
what?
my preference.
What did you just say? Didn't you say it's
He
your
said it's our
preference?
preference of
I
eating
said
meat.
each individual has a preference, and
Who to kill?
their preference on what they want to eat, what they want to do with their lives. You're telling me a murderer is
Is there any
Born to be a
disbenefits of us
murderer?
killing animals?
If any disbenefit?
Is there anything like not benefiting the human nature whatsoever by killing animals?
Yes, as I told you, humans would benefit greatly from not killing, exploiting animals.
Is that? Do you have any?
I have
actual-
plenty of sources, and you can look it up. Both environmentally speaking, both societally speaking, everybody would benefit. Absolutely, everybody
Well, let
would
me ask you
benefit.
this: you say you're a vegan, right?
Yeah.
Don't we need planes to live?
Don't we need what?
Don't we need planes to live?
Yeah.
Don't we need the planes for oxygen to breathe? So when
Yeah.
if we take plants, cut down trees, cut down those planes to make food products, what if one day all that's gone? What's gonna happen to the way we breathe?
Would you be surprised to find out that the fact that we grow more plants for the animals, and if we were to not farm any of these animals, then we would have enough food to sustain our whole population, double or triple, just simply by not breeding these animals with the current things, with the current.
But if we double or triple our population, wouldn't that at one point overpopulate and lead to not enough
No, so
people
we
getting
actually
food,
need-
which leads to those overpopulated animals benefiting those people?
So land use for plant-based diet is a quarter of somebody who eats meat. Is a quarter. So that means that 4 people can be fed on the same amount of agricultural space if you eat plants. So you can have the population 4 times bigger than what it is now, and be vegan. And we would be on the same place. If we continue with exploiting animals, we would be much worse.
I just think it comes back to the same point of the function of the individual.
No,
which
no. You
animals-
see, you contradict yourself because I say it's a benefit for
Not letting me
humans.
talk, but
You
it's
say
like-
it's a benefit for humans. It is a benefit for humans. You say it's wrong to kill animals because they have a mind. That's how you started with. Remember when I asked you? You said it's wrong to abuse
I didn't
animals
say it's
because they
wrong.
have a mind and they
I
have.
said from the aspect. I didn't say that's what I fully meant. I said that's from the aspect of talking in that sense. But then we moved on to benefits and how it's been for centuries.
No, it's not. It's you're contradicting. Like it's okay. Like if you want, like I'll give you a card. Look on my YouTube channel and see that you're contradicting yourself because that's. I'm telling you, you said it. I'm been doing this for a while, and I specifically try to remember details like this. And you said, animals, why is it wrong to abuse animals? That's the question I asked you. And you said, because they have a mind, they have emotions.
Okay, but at the same time, I said that there's animals that's meant for living and meant for people to use, and there's other animals that are used to benefit us by eating and using in our everyday lives. And it's used for families, for people who can't eat, so the most of their...
Yeah, if I ask you why,
What do you mean if you ask me why?
why? Why are there some animals, why would you say that some animals are for this and some animals for another?
That's just how it's been developed over
Yeah,
centuries.
so somebody told you that this is where you should draw the line and you accepted it. But that doesn't mean that it's right. That's all I'm
It doesn't
saying.
mean that it's right, but it's been happening.
Oh,
And that's
a lot of things are happening in this world that's been happening for millennia,
We know.
and it's not right. But I don't actively participate in them.
But I don't-
Whereas in this one, you not only participate in it, you defend it. You actively say we should keep doing it. You could choose a plant-based burger. You could choose plant-based food. You could choose everything that you have readily available.
But what if people simply just
Isn't that a
choose
preference, though?
What if people just...
Should it be a preference? Don't you think we have an obligation to not exploit animals if we can choose to not to?
I personally would not change my preference because I like where I'm.
So you think
right
exploiting
now.
innocent sentient beings should be a choice?
I mean, to that person that wants to kill that person, that's their choice.
But do you... Come on, man. Like, everything is a choice. But do you think that person killing another person should be a choice?
It shouldn't be a
Well,
choice,
again,
but
It
people
shouldn't
do
be a
it.
be a
choice.
choice,
So,
but
the
that's
why,
their choice.
so why should it... Yeah. So then why should it be a choice for you to kill an animal
It's
that,
their moral
that doesn't
conscience.
want to
It's
die?
whatever that person's state is in. It's what they think, and it's what's been going on for years.
Let me just show you. Because you... By the way, just FYI, this is what you're defending, just to see the kind of stuff that you're defending. This, you say it's needed. This right here, you think it's needed. All of this. This is standard practice. Everything right here. This. Oh, sure. These animals deserve this. They deserve to have their throat cut and live hanging
I
upside
know
down.
we understand that.
Like, you seem like compassionate guys, man. Like
And like
don't,
with the slavery part too, like
don't buy into this bullshit that just because I've been into the same situation as you, right? But I think that we need to ditch all of the stuff, not ditch all of it, but at least question the stuff that society taught us, right? Like, you can't just accept blindly that somebody told you, oh, these animals, dogs are okay to, you should never kill dogs. Whereas cows, fuck them all, we don't care. Like, this is the kind of thinking, like, how?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
and like with the slavery part, you know, the businesses all the way here. Do you think these people are slaves too, working under their bosses? Like,
Well,
would
they
you say
they
they're
have a
slaves?
choice, don't they? Right? They can choose. They can leave their jobs. I understand
I
there's.
mean, once if they
there-
need the money.
I understand there's certain societal aspects to it, right? Like, for some people it's more difficult to quit their job or whatever. But at the end of the day, if they quit their job, they don't lose their life. Whereas these animals, they lose their life. They lose their babies. This isn't a welfare thing where animals have it badly or something. These animals get exploited. As I explained to you what happens in the dairy industry, these animals have, like I showed you the photos, that's nothing. They go through this every day. Like, as we've been talking for, I don't know, 20 minutes, tens of thousands of animals went through this just now, just this moment. All I'm saying is, if you're not violent, don't be violent towards them. Don't pay for violence. That's all it is.
I understand your point, and I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Okay, so you have my social media here. If I can ask you just one thing, scan this code, go on this website and type in this code and just watch Dominion. That's what it's called. It's a documentary. It's worth watching, you know, like, you're clever guys. We had a good conversation, but think more about try to challenge some things, because if you were in their shoes, you know, like, we live in a time where you see there's people who are trying to say, oh, it's the immigrants who are the issues, it's people who are the issues. We're turning back to discrimination a little bit. We're going in this direction, and we need to stop it. We need to go back to fundamentals and understand why it's wrong to discriminate. And it's wrong to discriminate based on any trait that somebody was born with. Okay?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for the conversation.
Have a good day.
Have a good evening. Ladies, want to try? Yeah. You have good conversations, you have bad conversations. It's a pity, because I think they were open-minded, at least a little bit, so it's a pity when that I tried.
You have not seen the Minion. You should watch it. It's a good one. You want to try a social experiment? Hard work, says Martin. Yeah. You want to try it?
I'll speak to you.
Nice.
What are you doing?
I'm just asking people some questions. What's your name?
Beth.
Beth?
Beth.
Nice to meet you, Beth. I'm Chip.
Nice to meet you.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Absolutely. Hi, YouTube.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Yes.
Well. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna ask you some
Go
questions.
for it, yeah.
Okay.
Please don't be difficult questions.
How do you feel about discrimination?
Discrimination. It's horrific.
It's
Everybody
horrific.
should just be nice to each other.
Everybody-
There's no reason for anybody to be mean to somebody unless they've hurt you in some way.
Okay, I love
Yeah.
it. Right. So do you think it's fair to discriminate against somebody for being like less intellectually prone, like maybe they're intellectually challenged, or maybe they have
No.
less cognitive capabilities?
Definitely not. It's for anybody to do that. There must be something like for what. Sorry, the alcohol's getting to me. If anybody's doing that, there's no reason. Like, there's no reason for you to bother somebody else if they're not having an issue with you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a support worker, so I do work with people that have autism, Down syndrome, and stuff like that. And honestly, they're some of the best people that I know because a lot of them don't let anything get to them. So if people are letting anybody, like, be mean to them just because of they can't do something, it's so rude. Like, there's no need for that at all.
Okay, so we shouldn't be discriminated based on cognitive capabilities. Should we
No.
discriminate based on skin color?
Definitely not. There's no way that anybody's skin color can harm you. There's no way for it. Like, there's no reason for it. So why should it annoy anybody? It's
Okay.
just a skin color. It means something, but it doesn't mean anything bad.
How about, okay, and this is going to be a hard one. How about species? Do you think we should discriminate based on species?
Do you mean in like species as in like animals and stuff?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Animals are probably one of the best things to happen to the world.
Okay.
Like dogs, cats, chickens.
Okay.
Chickens.
Love it. You
They
brought it
don't-
to chicken.
Like, fair enough. I'm not vegan or anything like that, but there's no reason for a chicken to be locked up in a cage and
Yeah.
beat against. There's no reason you should beat a dog. Nothing like that. There's no reason for it. None.
Okay,
If
so-
it's a mean dog, you can train it and help it.
Okay, so then you said you're not vegan. What do you think veganism is?
Veganism, to me, is just people that just care so much about animals, and I do. I have, how many pets do I have? 3 dogs, a cat, a rabbit, and a tortoise. Love animals, but veganism is probably people that are just trying to be more aware, but you can be aware while still eating meat.
Can you?
Like, you can.
Can you love animals and kill them?
Well, you're not killing them. Well, you are. You are. But at the same time, like, for, like, say, like chickens, people might get eggs that are not free range. Free range, you can get it. They have lots of space, they just lay their eggs. So, to me...
I can show you that. I'll explain what happens in the egg industry, but like, let's just put it this way. Do you only eat eggs?
Not just eggs, no.
Okay,
So I'm not vegan or anything, but at the same time, if like, the meat that I eat is probably killed, the animals are probably killed in the most, hold on, I'm trying to think of the words, like, humane way possible, and it's not humane to kill. But at the same time,
yeah, so then how can it be humane to kill? Humane means with compassion. Tell me how you can kill somebody with compassion.
what does compassion mean?
Compassion means like with love, with embrace. Like imagine somebody loving you, your parents, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever it is. Do you think them killing you would be a sign of compassion?
Well, not really, no. But at the same time, you need to eat to live. Everything, like, when you're eating, depends on what it is.
But I used to think so too, but by the way, but like I found out that you can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet. It's
You
how I built
definitely
most of my
can.
muscles.
But I'm very fussy. I'm not a fan of salads.
No, I understand, but do you think that it's given that these animals are exploited and slaughtered that by the way, what age do you think chickens get killed at, for example?
I've not got a clue.
42 days.
42 days.
They live a month and a little bit. Do you think that these animals
It's okay. It's fair towards them to slaughter them at 42 days, to bring them into a cruel existence where they suffer and they get exploited, and then to kill them at 42 days, at like less than 10% of their life,
It's not
for
nice at
something
all.
that's optional to us.
It is optional, but at the same time, if you want, like, not everybody can maybe eat salad. Not everyone can live off
It's
of
not
a
salad.
No,
You
it's not all just salad. But I mean,
Burgers, all everything that you
like,
want.
yeah. But not everybody can live off of that. Like, it's everyone's choice to what they eat. You just because you're killing something doesn't mean that.
But do you think it should be a choice?
It is a choice?
But do you think it should be a choice? Do you think it should be a choice whether I want to kill an animal or not?
Well, yes.
For something that is just gives
I'm
me
not.
pleasure.
I'm not against like vegan. Like
Rebecca texted us, she said she's to meet us at down the bar.
right. You can choose what you want to eat. I don't care if anyone's vegan or
So
not.
if I choose to eat you, is that fair?
Why would you eat a human?
Yeah. Eat whoever you want, whatever you want, wherever you
Just
want.
give you a card.
What's the card?
This is my social media. Go on this website, type in this code, and watch Dominion.
What's the what?
Dominion.
Cool.
Okay? Just to learn more about the eggs, because you don't know about eggs.
What's the fake Rebecca?
I saw a donation here. Yeah, she was a little bit drunk, huh? Thank you, Mark. Unless reverence for life is its core value, humanity cannot call itself civilized. Killing animals is barbaric. 100% agree. It's it's a gamble which social experiment to do with people. I think like if had I done with this people the oppression thing, where do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless? Maybe they would see it differently. But yeah. You wanna try? Just ask you some questions, okay? How long have you been vegan? 2.5 years now. When I started building the muscles. Steak's better than grapes. Maybe. Taste-wise, for you, but not for the animals. No, I'm not religious nature. I used to be religious, I'm not. I'm an atheist. Morality is subjective, so I choose my own morality. And the people I talk to on the street, I usually just try to show them that their own morality is according to veganism. You saw the first guy was more or less said it's wrong to do this to animals, but in the minute some animals, because they were brainwashed to think that. You want to try?
Yes, of course.
Nice, love it. Where are you girls from?
Den Haag.
Den Haag. Okay,
Den Haag.
nice. Okay, I'm from Romania originally. I'm Chip, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
I live here.
Jade. Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Adriana.
Adriana.
Jade.
Okay, are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, you're already
Okay.
live, so you
Okay.
can turn it off now.
Okay. What do you think about this?
Animal abuse illegal? No,
No?
no.
Why not?
You shouldn't abuse in the first place. Nobody, no people, no animals. That's just bad in my mind.
What if it benefits me?
Why would it benefit you?
I get pleasure from it?
Then that's a you
You
problem. I
buy a
think.
toy of an animal and you punish that one.
Okay. So it's wrong to abuse animals.
Yeah.
Do you think so? It's wrong to abuse cats or dogs? Do you think it's wrong to abuse cows, chickens,
Yeah.
pigs,
Everything.
everything?
But
Do
they
you-
are doing it in
Yeah.
labs.
Do you think that animals are abused in the production of
Yes, of
animal
course.
products? Okay. So given that you're against abusing animals, and I'm not judging here, but do you think there's a contradiction there if you consume animal products and yet you say you're against animal products?
We already have our own chicken because we don't want like get the eggs from like chicken who are like tied up together. So we are like having our own chickens to have the normal eggs, and when they are done laying their eggs.
Is that
and
the
they're
only
done-
animal products you eat?
No, we're also like getting like how you say it, green cow. Yeah, like the green products. So we are like really going to the farmer who gets the cow and.
Do you know
stuff
anything
like that.
about the dairy industry, for example?
The what?
The dairy industry, the industry that produces milk, cheese, all that stuff.
Yes, of course.
Why do cows produce milk?
Waarom produceren koeien melk? Why do they make milk?
to feed their childs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So farmers, they forcefully impregnate them. This happens in small farms also.
Yeah.
Somebody puts their hands in their anus, holds their cervix, and injects bull semen. Somebody else jerks off a bull. You can look it up on YouTube as tutorials, which is insane.
I know.
And when the babies are born after 9 months, what do you think happens to them?
They are taken away.
Exactly, because
So
they were
that's
drink
why
their
I
milk.
want to get their own farm with my own animals where they can.
But right
live
now
each
you're not
other.
doing that.
No, because I have no place and I cannot not buy a house.
So right now-
If you give me
So
money, I will do it.
Wait, so right now you're supporting animal abuse.
Not. Oh well, if you say that kind of, yeah, I eat meat, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
But I want to do it differently, but I can't.
Well, you can choose to never abuse an animal. You can choose a plant-based diet. You can choose to live vegan, and this way you're never ever exploiting an animal.
Yeah.
But
I feel like if the animals are like not abused
Als
and
ga
they
ik
just
echt wel
like
op je praten, dus
die,
ik
then
ga maar
it's
niet
like
verder.
Well, no
not
animals
as
just
bad.
die. All of them get killed, huh? And let me
Yeah.
just show you, because you probably don't know. Like a little bit of, a lot of people don't know. Like this is the age of which animals get killed.
Okay, well, let me guess. When you are like people very in the history, go back. I think men were like hunters, right? So you also see that like animal
know, okay.
abuse, or you don't see it like animal abuse?
Listen, if you need to hunt to survive,
Oh yeah, okay.
but you can hunt humans also to survive. Like
Yeah,
you
true
can hunt
though,
whatever,
but-
right? In a situation of survival, you can do whatever. But
Okay, but
we're not in a situation of survival now, are we? We're in a situation where we can choose between a plant-based diet and not.
True though, we can choose it. But if you can see it back in history, we're eating like animals also. But we're like hunting, and I think we have to go back to that situation that we have like the wild animals, but also because they are like a lot of nutrients, and we need the meat. We need the meat in our body, because when you see the history, we have to eat meat for like strains and stuff like that. And I think we also can do it with plants, but I think it's when you go back in history, it's like you see that.
Yeah, in the history
We are also right hunting for animals, but I think we have to do it like a different way. We have not to produce the animals close to each other and reduce more and more and more and more and get the blown up chickens and stuff like that. But I think we have to go back to the history and learn about that. That we have like the wild animals and hunt.
But can
or
you think of a
differently.
time in history of something else that we did throughout our history for thousands of years and we considered it okay, but we no longer consider it okay?
Yes, a lot.
Okay, a lot of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you think this is one of those? Because nowadays we have the readily available option to not exploit or slaughter an innocent animal.
Yeah.
We can choose not to do that, right? 3 times per day we can choose that. We make that decision. We can choose that. What?
Say make it less
Yeah.
like 3 times a day. But I think I really like your opinion.
Yeah.
I'm different in it.
Well, what's
But
your
I
opinion?
like-
Do you think it's
yeah, I
okay
already
to...
said it. I already said that we have to go back to history.
But even if you believe that, it's not something you're supporting. Right now you're supporting a system of exploitation, abuse, and slaughter.
No,
You're not
you're
supporting the
saying
system
that I'm
you bu-
supporting it, but
Well,
I'm
you're
not
buying.
supporting it.
Are you buying from supermarkets,
No.
animal products?
No, I'm not buying
From
the
farmers?
supermarket. Yes.
Well, farmers do that. Farmers, wouldn't you call it abuse or exploitation what I just described for the dairy industry?
Yeah, I think you don't know the. I think I know the farmers where I buy it.
And do you think they don't forcefully impregnate
Yes.
cows?
Yes,
They do,
I don't.
right?
I don't do it. I don't. I think that they are don't do it. But I think
I used to think so
respect
too,
your
by the way.
opinion, but I'm standing differently in the point. Differently in this argument. So I want to end the story now, and I want to say have a nice evening.
But innocent animals don't
I
deserve
want
to
to say
die.
have a nice evening.
Listen, I'm not going to shake your hand because I don't think it's fair to exploit and slaughter innocent animals.
You say that I do it, but I don't do it. But thank you for.
What do you mean? You pay for others to do it. It's the same. It's your
I'm not
responsibility.
paying it. I'm like going to the
If you go to a
farmers who don't
farmer
do
to
it.
pay, if you pay a farmer to kill an animal, it's still your responsibility for that animal.
Yeah, just read history. Okay.
It doesn't matter what happened in history. Slavery was also in history. No good conversation so far. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't want to shake their hand. Fuck that. I'm not. That's not fair. Hey, Nathan. You say great job, but it's ridiculous, huh? I said at some point that I'm gonna come with a whiteboard. You wanna try? and I am going to come with a whiteboard and put it right here and show people exactly the contradictions and everything. You guys want to try a social experiment? Grace says, talk about abortion. Why? I'm here defending animals. Which method do you guys think I should use? Should I talk about oppression? Should I throw this thing around? Should I talk about discrimination? I don't know what to try next. I feel like it's a bit sad that all these people come up with these most ridiculous excuses. But then again, we were expecting this, and people are a bit discrimination, says Leah. Okay, we'll try discrimination. It's kind of insane, huh? People been using all these excuses. Hey, you want to try a social experiment? I ask you some questions, that's it. Okay. I thought maybe she would. Take your shirt off and take off your shoes and head into the Amazon, amigo. The Amazon is pretty far away, man. Oh, or do you mean an Amazon warehouse? I also don't know if there's one close by. Some people get so triggered by the fact that we defend animals. Huh? It's insane. How dare you defend the animals that I think deserve to die? Funny. You guys want to try a social experiment? You guys want to try a social experiment? I should put on my sign that I just asked some questions. I also think that footage would be useful when people shut down Chip. Pia, so I have images. I think images are just as powerful as footage. In fact, I think they're a bit more powerful because you can you let your imagination get a bit. You guys want to try a social experiment? You guys want to try a social experiment? Okay, then pull your canine teeth. As if your canine teeth could chew through raw meat. Come on. These excuses. It's funny, you know, what's the funniest? Because all of you people who are listening who are not vegans, you should know that all of the arguments that you bring forth, 100% of the arguments, they're all, you can Google them and see for yourself. You don't even need, hey, you want to try a social experiment? You don't even need us to talk to you about it. Like, the fact that I'm sitting here, it's ridiculous because everybody on this planet, literally all the arguments they have, can just Google it and find out that there's no reason for them. Or ask ChatGPT, as Funny Thursday says. Yeah, like you can start from there or something. Like, whatever it is, you'll find the sources and you'll see that there literally is no reason to do this. Which city are you in? I'm in Amsterdam right now. You want to try a social experiment? It's actually a good one. I just realized I have a sign on the floor. Yeah. This is another one. Meat is good. I mean, it's insane, huh? Like, nobody gave up meat because they didn't like the taste of it. We just did it because it's wrong to exploit innocent sentient beings, you know? It's wrong to take their life for something we can live without. You guys want to try a social experiment? I think we're right now at the time. Benji, I see you keep deleting people. Like, you should if they're carnets, let them be who they are, whatever. Like, talk to them or something. The whole point is to also get people to listen to veganism or stuff. Like, I mean, you know better. Okay, I'll just say you know better. I'll trust you, but just know that that's the point of us doing live outreaches so that more people understand that. Yeah, we talked to them. Okay, I trust you. You guys want to try a social experiment? Most of them are just 12-year-old trolls. I would say, yeah, that's a strong possibility, yes. You guys want to try a social experiment? Yeah, we're in between. I think it's dinner for a lot of people at this time. So a lot of people are just trying to find dinner, sit down. So right now, not a lot of people are willing to have conversations right now. But let's see. You want to try a social experiment? I ask you some questions? No? Come on, you got nothing to lose. Okay. You guys want to try a social experiment? Hey.
Okay, yeah.
I just ask you some questions, get you to think.
Okay.
Okay, love it. Can you come closer? Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah. Come on.
Let's see what happens first.
Okay. What's your name?
It's Anne.
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
What's
Ann.
your name?
Chip.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
Cairo.
Cairo.
Egypt,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. That's nice.
Uh-huh.
Love it. Okay. Okay. So, how do you feel about discrimination?
Not so good.
Not so good.
Yeah.
Would you say it's wrong to discriminate?
Yeah.
Is it wrong to discriminate somebody based on physical traits that they were born with?
Probably.
Okay. Do you think it's wrong to discriminate? And by the way, when I say this, I'm asking for your own moral, your own judgment
Sure.
system, okay?
Sure.
So
Is this going to take a while?
No, it will be pretty.
Because I don't know.
2 hours later.
Yeah, 2 hours later, yeah. Yeah, it will take,
Actually, the future film, the social experiment.
yeah, it's
Should I come back to you? Is that okay?
No, just let me ask you a couple of
It's okay.
questions, that's it. You don't want to try? It takes like 2 minutes, come on, it's nothing.
What I got myself into.
You don't have to, listen, you don't have to, if you feel safe, okay? Yeah, no worries.
Hold on.
You want to try a social experiment?
Sure, what is it?
I just ask you some questions, get you to think.
Go ahead.
What's your name?
Henry.
I'm Chip, nice to meet you.
Tim.
Where are you from?
England.
And what are you dressed as?
Toast. It's a terrible
A
costume.
toast.
This is my chicken.
This is your chicken?
Yes, and that's our gherkin over there.
Okay. Toast and chicken.
We've lost the rest of our friends. They're also all dressed up as food.
Okay,
Yes.
what do you guys feel how do you guys feel about discrimination?
Very negatively.
Very negatively. It's
Yes.
wrong, right, to
Of
discriminate?
course, yeah.
I hate toast
Okay.
as a chicken.
That's not discrimination. Carry on.
Do you think it's wrong to discriminate based on somebody's intellect? Like
good question.
Cognitive capabilities.
I guess it depends on how have you already reached that judgment about their intellectual ability. As in, like, if you're walking around and like he got an 80 in his IQ test and he got 100, like.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just say they're intellectually challenged
Okay.
or something.
Okay.
If they put chicken
Well,
in
well,
their
no.
sandwiches, if they have
No,
chicken sandwiches,
so it's wrong to discriminate based on that.
Yes.
Okay.
If
Do you
you-
think it's wrong to discriminate based on the color of their skin
Yes.
or the color of their hair or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you think that? So you wouldn't discriminate based? Do you think it's wrong to discriminate based on any trait that individual is born as?
It's a good question. I mean, like, my answer is no, as in, yes, it is wrong to do that. But I suppose it depends what you mean by.
it's all right.
I'm on a stag do now. I feel like
No,
this is-
you hate ginger people, don't you?
No,
you
but
haven't got any ginger
I mean, like, I guess, like,
And I've never seen you date
no,
any
no,
ginger
no,
girls.
but I guess,
Yeah,
like,
what about categories? Now that we talked about it, categories. Do you think it's fair to discriminate based on categories? Like, let's say I create a category that says tall people, people up from one height to another, it's okay. But people who are shorter than that, it's okay to discriminate against them.
yeah, I mean, take an example like, I don't know, like a flight, and you say, this person is very large, should they have to buy 2 seats? Because should we make bigger seats for these people because they're large? And is that right?
Well, let me
And
put
you,
it.
and you might say that's not really right.
Let's put it in a context. When I say discrimination, I mean like solely, we can just kill them.
Right.
That's what I mean. Like they don't
No,
deserve. Like
no,
they don't deserve the right to life.
Right, I see. No, I wouldn't agree with that in any
You wouldn't
framework.
agree. Okay, so discriminating based on cognitive abilities, color
No.
of their skin, or any category that they belong to.
No, I would never agree with that. No.
How about species?
I bet you eat chicken, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we
Do
come
you?
to pieces.
You
So,
better not.
I mean, like, I guess, like,
If I see you eating
I mean, I'm not
chicken,
religious,
I'll
but
peck
like,
your eyes
a
out.
lot of people who are religious would say that humans have got more value than animals in terms of life because
Yeah.
of what it says in the Bible, because of the Quran.
But that's just something we give to them, right? It's not necessarily.
Yeah.
Do you think they have inherent value on their own?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
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 So do you think should the value that we give to them, like in the context where I said tall people versus short people?
Yeah.
I could argue that I give zero value to the short people. Therefore, I could easily.
You
kill
could
them.
argue that, yeah.
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 Because just the category that I created, right? It's the same with animals. Because would you, like for example, would you slaughter a dog to eat them?
I mean, it depends, doesn't it? Like, if I was starving,
No. Just in the same situation as you
Apparently-
are now.
No,
You
I wouldn't do it now, no.
You wouldn't do
no.
it now.
If
but-
you eat a dog,
Don't you think
apparently
that's a
other dogs
discrimination based on
consent to it.
species? That you think it's okay to do it to a cow or a chicken, but not a dog?
Yeah, I suppose it would be
Yeah.
considered that way.
Dog eat dog world.
But, yeah. Yeah. But I guess, like,
No, don't eat dogs.
I mean, like,
Stop eating dogs. It's
you
not
look at it
good
from
for
like a species perspective. It's humans,
Yeah.
right? Humans didn't exist. Humans weren't here, and it's all, you know, lions or bears or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Like, they don't discriminate. They're hungry. They eat,
exactly.
right? So humans need to eat. Arguably, they don't need to eat
But
meat.
we have choices, exactly.
Yeah. So arguably, they don't need to eat
Yeah.
meat. But and you know, I eat meat and I like eating meat. And I don't really want to stop
Yeah.
eating meat, but I'm not
once-
against. You know, you can put a very reasonable argument to say that you shouldn't, and
Do you
I'd
think-
be happy to listen to that.
Do you think it should be an obligation for us not to kill innocent animals when we don't need to?
I think you can make that argument, yeah. I mean, that's the mission.
Love you. High five, by the way. High five.
How are we doing?
All right, that's like trouble is like if you want to change like people have eaten animals for thousands of years.
Yeah.
So if you want to change that,
No, I understand it's difficult
gonna
to
take a
change
long
the whole
time.
society.
Yeah, of course
but,
it is, yeah.
But that's why I talk
but,
to each
but,
individual
but no,
at a time.
but as an argument, it's
Yeah.
hard to argue, isn't it? Right.
When they
Yeah.
stop being
You know,
so tasty.
But
actually,
is that
yes.
a good enough argument for you to say that I want
No,
to continue doing
it's not.
it?
But
It's
I'll tell you what it is. Like, I've reduced the intake of meat over the last like 5 years or so.
Yeah.
So we have like a few vegetarian meals an evening as a family now.
It's not just meat. Any animal product exploits and abuses animals and kills
Yeah.
them eventually.
But I guess like it's bigger than ordinary people. It's the government, it's the supermarket's responsibility to make
But
sure
do you
people
think-
understand. Because
do you-
like you go to the supermarket, we're all busy. Go do your weekly shop.
Mate, it's
put
all
it
we
shop
can
there.
eat. It's all we can eat burgers.
Yeah,
We're
we're
actually
right.
eating into burgers.
Nice talk to you.
Just to not exploit animals. Come on, man. They're innocent. They don't deserve it.
Come on.
They don't deserve it.
I
Don't
agree.
exploit them. Guys, I think we're gonna have conversations like this. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of amazing conversations today. It's just gonna be like this. It's setting expectations. Actually, the discrimination one works pretty well when you're doing category, right? Because if you call it a category, then when species becomes more readily understandable that it's a category. It's a very interesting thing now that I just like with what I was talking with Lucy. Very, very, very helpful conversation. Let's see if we get. You guys want to try it? Want to try it? It's Saturday evening. People are out for a good time and probably just want to hit the bars. Yeah, exactly. Sveta, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Let's see, maybe we'll have at least one decent conversation this evening.
Lady says gay. Yeah, nothing wrong with being gay, lady, huh? It's fine, it's okay. Anybody's sexual orientation is fine. You should be more accepting, more open-minded. You guys want to try a social experiment? You guys want to try a social experiment? You guys want to try a social experiment? Get you some. I ask you some questions. Get you to think. Okay. I actually had plant-based chicken before this with my dad, and there's no difference. It's ridiculous to. How can you justify it? Like, it's so silly, you know. You smother it in sauce. It's like you barely taste anything else other than the sauce anyway. So. And even if it weren't, it would still not be justified. The most meat flakes there is in the chat, the more views she gets. It appears so, huh? Let's see if we get some more conversations. Come on, baby. Come on, people. You guys want to try a social experiment? Okay. It's a pity that girl from Cairo didn't want to try it. I felt like it would have been a good conversation with her. But, you know, you can't force people. They can force animals, but we can't force them. Insane, huh? At some point, I'm going to turn this around and see what people say when there's a bit more people. You guys want to try a social experiment? Completely ignored me. We are better than you, so no. Funny. All this hierarchical system of value, it's a bit ridiculous, you know? You guys want to try a social experiment? Like, I have a hierarchical value system, you know. I value certain people more than others. Does not give me the right to draw the line and say, hey, you're supposed to die. I value the others. I'm sorry, it's my value. And then I create a society based on the same values that I do have. And then boom, you get yourself a system of exploitation, abuse, and slaughter fairly similar to animals. Come on, let's get a couple more conversations. Not a lot of people have stopped today, huh? It's usually more people stop. You want to try a social experiment? Maybe I should wear something that's less muscly. I think it's not as inviting when you see a muscled up person holding up a sign that says social experiment. Come talk to me. Especially with this guy showing like, yeah. You guys want to try a social experiment? Hey, thank you everybody for being here, by the way. I appreciate it. Remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed. You guys want to try a social experiment? Well, come on, let's get some people. I'm thinking that I should turn around the sign. So I'm gonna give it maybe 3 more minutes. If people don't stop, then I'm gonna turn around the sign. Let's see if we get some triggered people. I keep looking at the time to see if the 3 minutes pass. You want to try a social experiment? Hey, you want to try a social experiment? It's such nice weather today, huh? I was really expecting a lot of people to stop. I was really... One more minute, come on. The problem if I turn around the sign is a lot of people just say fuck you to me and they don't really want to have a conversation. So I kind of want to have conversations with people. Thank you everybody who's replying to people who consume animal products. Thank you for being active in the chat and replying and having conversations. It's important, you know. We're sitting here trying to defend animals. You guys want to try a social experiment? Trying to bait people into having conversations with me by waving the sign. 83 minutes, okay, done. Turning around the sign. One try? Okay, let's see. Fuck it. Turning it around. Animal abuse should be legal. Let's see. You agree?
I agree.
It should be legal.
No.
Why not?
Well, I mean, you could start with the argument with animals that you eat. I mean, technically it's legal, but in society we made the distinction between animals we eat and animals we have as pets. But to be honest, it's like morally pretty grey. So I can understand everybody who's vegan.
Yeah, I'm vegan.
Yeah.
I'm vegan, so why are you not vegan if you understand it?
To be honest, I come from Bosnia, and the people there live really rurally still today. And I was raised that way that, for example, my aunt had a farm and they knew all the animals. So she had like 10 cows, 20 chickens. And for me, it was always that way.
I come from Romania. I understand what you mean. But like, do you think that animals are still exploited, abused, and then slaughtered?
Yeah,
do you think it's fair towards them, given that nowadays we have readily available options to?
Well, to be honest, no. But you know, this is a thing that changes with time. We're in Amsterdam here. It's pretty.
At society level, but how about you? Why don't you want to change? Because it seems to me like
For me, I'm a student.
Yeah.
So I mean, if, for example, IKEA has everything in vegan now, and it's always cheaper.
Yeah.
When I go to IKEA with my girlfriend, I always will buy the cheaper option.
Yeah.
And I'm from Germany, or I live in Germany at the moment. As a student, I need to look at money. I mostly don't.
It's cheaper to be vegan. I can attest because I used to be I used to eat animal products and it is cheaper.
If you only eat like normal vegan products, so nothing like vegan meat.
Yeah.
Yes, but more or less the receipts you have in your head and products that try to replace animal products are usually more expensive. But you're right. So.
But do you think does that justify the abuse of animals, of innocent animals?
No, it doesn't.
So then you should be vegan. It sounds to me like what?
That's a good point.
Like if none of this justifies it for you, then it sounds to me like your morals are on point. You just don't do it. Why not do it, man? Why not make the leap?
It's probably the comfort, right?
The comfort, yeah. But do you think that's fair enough towards them to say it's just my comfort? It's just how I've been taught?
No.
No.
So I think, but it's a thing with time, and probably one day I will be vegan. For example, my group, 2 people of them are vegan.
Yeah.
And
well, why one day? Because in the meanwhile, you still exploit innocent beings, huh? Like if I ask you, do you remember what you had like 2 weeks ago to eat?
Yeah.
You don't really
With
remember.
meat. I remember.
Like 3 weeks ago, and then a month ago.
Okay, that's
like
good.
it fades away, right?
You,
For them.
You specifically remember the few times you had really good food.
Yeah,
but if you eat every day, right? That's it.
Yeah, and for us, like imagine that's it's a fleet. What my point was that it's a fleeting meal for us, and for them it's their whole existence that it's a awful existence in the first place, you know. But we take that away for something that it's optional and fleeting for us. So.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, I encourage you to be vegan even in the future, and I think that's great. But like, if you wait until the future, certain animals will still be exploited and abused for you and on your behalf.
So your end goal is that no animal will be ever eaten on the planet again, or will be abused ever on the planet again?
Not if we have an option and by humans, right? Like if we as humans have options, why would we choose to take the life of an innocent animal?
Do you believe that it has gotten better over, let's say, the last 20 years? And I think it's like a process. So you can't really judge someone if he started to eat less meat. You can show him the direction and I'm sorry, I need to find the English word. You need to be, you need to confess, or you need to have the idea yourself, and then it's a progress. So for example, for me, back then, 5 years ago, I ate a lot of meat. Then all the vegan alternatives came, and I realized, hey, it's better and it's easier to eat not so much meat and reduce it. Maybe in 5 years I will be vegetarian.
But reducing it, it takes you to a point where you still exploit the animals.
Yeah, right. But it's not like you will do it like in a second.
I did it overnight. For me, it was. It's not. I'm not trying to brag or something. Like for me, it was more than I realized. Just like you said just now, there's no way I can justify it. So then I thought to myself, why still stick around? Because any of the products that I like, I can get them anyway, as like being vegan, you know. So it's for me, it's such an easy choice for me compared to what the animals go through, you know.
That's right. The animals doesn't have a choice. They're getting slaughtered.
Exactly.
If you say it like that.
And not just slaughtered, because also the life that they have is full of exploitation, right? Like dairy cows have their babies stolen from them. It's horrible. It's something that we put out of sight because we don't see it, but it still happens, you know.
Are you from the Netherlands?
Yeah, no, I'm from Romania, but I live in the Netherlands.
Okay, but if you would be the leader of the Netherlands today, would you think if you would forbid every animal product today, people would be happy?
I don't think so, because I think people still see animal products as things that benefit them. Yes. They don't see the victims on the side, right? What I would do if I would say, okay, well, let's show the victims. That's what I would do. I would put pictures of how animals go into slaughterhouses.
That's a good thing, and there are also a lot of documentaries on Netflix and something online.
Yeah.
And this is already happening, but I would say this progression takes time. So when we
society-wise, but we as individuals can make changes very fast.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, so
let me just give you a flyer, okay? You don't have to make any
Do you speak German?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Because the flyer is in German, so.
Good.
Uh,
Thank you very much. I support your mission. Have a nice evening.
if you support my mission, go vegan, okay? Don't. Being vegan just means we oppose the idea of exploiting animals for nothing, you know, like, and all of it is for nothing because we can choose otherwise, and that means food, clothing, entertainment, all of it. Like, if you think it's wrong to exploit animals for entertainment, like bullfighting or stuff like that, what we do to them for food is exactly the same because it's optional to us.
Yes, that's right.
Right.
If you would also take, I'm sorry, it's just one point. Animal products, for example, I work in the car industry.
Yeah.
And 10 years ago, you didn't have the option for a luxury car to choose vegan leather. Today, it's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
And also with people today are really choosing it like for already 40% of the time. So it gets more popular. And probably, let's say, realistically, maybe in 50 or 100 years, at least here in Europe, we will get it and we will have this goal. But it's a mission everybody needs to.
But you have to ask yourself, which side of it do you want to be? Do you want to be on the right side that does right by these innocent animals, or the side that exploits them? Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Of course, on the right side, who doesn't exploit animals?
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you
can
for
choose
the
that.
conversation.
This is my card. This is my social media. I'm live now. I mean, you weren't on the footage because.
I'm sorry.
No
I
worries.
didn't have a problem, but thank you very much.
Yeah, you have also resources. Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist, send you recipes every day. All of it is free.
Oh, that's nice.
Just take this card, man. Take it. You put it in your
Thank
pocket or something.
All
What's
right.
your name?
David.
David. I'm Chip. Thank you,
So,
David.
Thank you, Chip.
Don't sleep on it, okay? It's for the animals. That they deserve
I promise
better.
to think about it because, as said, I'm already right in the transition. But the point you made to start directly is
It's
is
easier
right.
to start directly. It's easier. Trust me. Like if you because you just do one change. It takes like a month to change, but then it's easy. Then everything is just as it was before. You still go to the supermarket and buy the same products, but now they're vegan. It's the same thing.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, David. Have a
nice
good one.
evening. Bye.
Bye. I hope you guys heard that conversation. It was finally a good conversation. Yeah, I'm gonna loosen this up so that when somebody comes on this other side that I also turn around the camera, because I think it would have been better if you saw the conversation, but the guy was nice. He understood the gist. Do you agree? Abuse animals, right? Do you agree? I think turning around the side was a good idea. Everybody's interacting with it. Do you agree? Do you agree? Do you guys agree? It says animal abuse should be legal.
No way. There's a load of two dogs, no way.
Should it be illegal?
Should not be legal, no.
Why not? Why not abuse animals?
It's not very kind.
It's just cruelty.
It's cruel, huh?
Yeah, but then no one should be abused, really.
Nobody should be
No,
abused.
no one should be abused.
What about cows, chickens, pigs?
Yeah. Right.
Should they be abused?
What did you say, sir?
Cows, chickens, pigs.
I know. This is the hypocrisy we live in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have the choice. I'm sorry. We have the choice, huh?
This is the thing. We look at these two and we think, no, they're pets. They're pets.
Yeah. But we have the choice to not abuse animals, huh? We have the choice to not abuse cows, chickens, pigs. We make this choice 3 times per day.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you ever want to stop that? To stop abusing animals?
It's a hard one. 'Cause every time I say it, I myself, I'm a meat eater. And you don't think about it, do you? Because you don't look at it in the sense of, oh, they're not a pet. But yeah, in reality.
It still happens, huh?
It still happens. No, I agree. 100% agree.
Let me just give you a card. Just look more into it. I think it's worth. I don't want to hold you too much, and I'm too far away from my
Yeah,
phone.
no, I don't wanna
And I
talk
see
about it.
everybody just goes, yeah. Just go on this website right here.
Yes, thank you.
And watch Dominion.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff.
Yeah. You promise me you're gonna watch Dominion.
Yes, to watch
You
it.
watch it?
no,
Okay.
100%.
What's your name?
You take it, Harry.
Harry. Nice. I'm Chip.
Nice to meet you, Amy.
Amy. Nice to meet you. You seem compassionate people. Okay. Don't sleep on it. Watch it.
I was too far away, and I saw people coming in and doing stupid stuff. But this definitely attracts more people, huh? I need to stay close to the phone. We're close enough because when people are, when they're a little bit drunk, they do a little bit of silly stuff. The chat is insane, huh? A lot of. You guys agree?
Animal abuse should be illegal. Change my mind.
You don't agree?
Animal abuse should be legal.
Do you agree? No. I'll keep it in my hand.
I will agree. I will agree.
You agree? Well, you can say it with it in my hand.
Animal abuse should be legal. Yes, I will agree because this guy, when he has 10 beers in, he becomes an animal and he likes to be spanked.
Is that abuse?
Acceptable abuse.
That's consensual, huh?
Why should animal abuse be legal?
Well, you changed my mind. I think it should be legal.
You think it should be legal. So by that logic, I can hit you. Animals, you're a human. Humans are animals too. So I should be allowed to hit you. If you say no, you go against your own logic. So you're contradicting yourself.
Wait for it.
So I can hit you.
Wait for it. So you think it's wrong to abuse animals?
I think it's wrong.
Why?
Well, I'm not. Wait. The question is, I should change your mind, right?
Yes. Why do you think it's wrong to abuse animals?
Because everybody, I can hit him, he can hit me back. We're all animals, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to be hit. I do not like pain.
Exactly.
And you do not like pain as well.
Okay.
So by that logic,
What about cows, chickens, pigs?
They're animals too, just like us. So
they shouldn't be abused.
They should not be abused. I agree.
So this is an experiment that I do with reverse psychology, right? So do you consume animal products?
I'm sorry?
Do you consume animal products?
I'm vegan.
You're vegan?
No, I'm not. I eat pussy.
So do you consume animal products?
Yeah, I do, but
do you see the contradiction in there?
I do see the contradiction. I knew you were going there, but okay, it makes sense. It's a fair point.
Yeah.
But then the question is, okay, those animals are gonna die either way, right? So by what?
But everybody's gonna die either way. Imagine killing somebody and saying they're gonna die either way. Let me just show you a little bit, because like this is the age that animals get killed at, huh?
Yeah.
Pigs at 6 months. Look, they don't live even half their life.
We don't eat big.
Yeah, but like chickens, 5 to 7 weeks, huh? They live 7 weeks.
I love KFC though.
42 days.
But, I don't know. You know what? What's difficult for me is those animals they're not like as smart as us. They're probably bred to be killed and eaten.
These animals are also not as smart as us.
He's loyal. He's my friend.
They have been bred.
These animals are also loyal. Farmers cry when they send their animals to slaughterhouses because they form a bond with them. These animals are just like the pets that we have. They all have feelings. They all have emotions. They all want to live.
What about hunting though?
That's more meat
than the dog. What do you think about hunting? Let's say we were living in a forest, okay?
Yeah.
Would it be okay to hunt animals?
I would say when you're at a situation where you need to survive, you can justify hunting animals and humans and whatever it is, right? Because you need to survive. But if you're in a situation where you can choose otherwise, where you can choose to eat plant-based, why would you choose to
Because
kill an
it's difficult for me. I'm not going to agree or disagree. I'm just going to say we might need the meat. We might. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a biologist.
I thought so the same, but I found out that we don't. In fact, most of the muscles I built was on a plant-based diet. So.
Yeah, but it's a difficult question. Let's say you prove it to be right. The only reason I eat meat is because I believe I need it. It's an assumption. I don't know whether it's true.
Okay, but let's put it this way. If I bring it to you that you don't need meat to survive, like the scientific consensus is that you don't need it, do you think that you have an obligation to look into it just so that more animals don't die for you?
I really like animals, so I would agree with that.
You agree with that?
Of course. Look at my. I love animals,
Okay, I appreciate that. That's awesome.
But why do you think it should be illegal to abuse dogs?
It's not. It's reverse psychology. I don't agree with this. I just get people to come to this.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
There was
don't touch the phone, please.
Oh,
please,
sorry,
please
sorry.
don't touch
I didn't want to touch.
it.
There was
Yeah.
this one woman. She was vegan. She was trying to prove the world that you don't need to be a vegan, that you don't need to be eating meat to that you don't need to be eating meat to be informed and in good shape and to hike.
Okay.
Then she went on Mount Everest and she died.
Are there people who eat meat who died on Mount Everest?
They did, but let me show you.
Are there people who eat meat who die on Mount Everest?
Yes, but
Okay,
they
so
died
that
of
doesn't
other
matter,
causes.
does it? But that
Women
doesn't
trying
really
to
matter,
prove
does it?
vegans can do anything among for that.
Yeah,
on
but that doesn't
Mount
really
Everest.
matter. There's other people who die on Mount Everest anyway. It doesn't mean anything.
That's one thing that you can.
It doesn't mean anything. The reality is the vegans are what, 2% of the population. So obviously, if 100 people go on Mount Everest and
I
out
think
of
it's
those
good.
2 people are vegan,
I think it's good that
But-
people become vegan.
yeah. So if you think it's good, why don't you do it yourself?
Because then there's more meat for me.
Is that why you think it's good? Would you kill a dog to eat?
No, we're not Chinese.
Well, why does it matter?
Huh?
So,
These dudes have two brain cells.
do you think that dogs don't deserve to live just as much? Do you think to a dog?
Dog is smart.
Why is
Dog
it
has
sheep
other
put on
life
earth?
than a sheep.
No,
Sheep
no,
only
no,
eating,
no,
eating,
no, no,
eating.
no. Pigs.
Chicken is really stupid.
No, actually, the capabilities, the cognitive capabilities of the animals are very similar.
We are drunk. I don't agree on that.
But you don't have to agree. Like, let's just put it this way. So I bring it to you guys that animals are abused and that we don't have to. That animals are smart. Okay? And you, that, I don't know what you believe. I think you just don't care about animals at all. That's and that's, you do you if you don't care about animals. I think it's wrong, but you do you.
I have a kitten.
You have a kitten. Okay, would you eat that kitten?
Nah, I won't.
No. But so you still discriminate based on species, you see, because
I,
an animal doesn't choose if they're born a chicken, a cow, or a chicken, or
I
a
was
kitten.
working for a good charity. It's called Proefdiervrij. It's against testing pharmaceutical things on animals.
Oh, you think it's wrong to test pharmaceutical on animals?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
are other options.
there are other options.
It's the same with food.
But
I've
with the
voted.
food,
It's the same with food. It's the same with food.
But it's the same with food on the way that the Western people are eating it because they are.
But do you live in the West?
I do, but I don't eat like their food. Do you know the?
Do you go to the supermarket and buy animal products?
wait.
Do you go to a farm and buy animal
Do you know
products?
the Jewish? Do you know the Jewish meat and
can I offer
I
a
know,
new
I know,
perspective?
I know, I
Can
know.
I offer a new perspective? So
Yeah.
I think deep down, eating meat, it's not really bad because we used to be hunters and there's nothing wrong with hunting per se.
Yes.
It's just nature. But we took it to such an extreme level.
So why is it not wrong to kill a
so-
dog?
No,
for
no, no.
meat?
Listen, I don't think it's wrong. If it's in a certain context, it's
Yeah,
shut
but
the
in
fuck up.
certain good. But in the context that we
But
are
listen,
now, when
I'm
it's
agreeing with you. I'm
optional.
agreeing with you. So
Yeah.
we took it to such a far degree, like it's almost like concentration camps. So if we stop what we're doing right now and eating meat can only be allowed if it's like in a nature situation, I would allow it. But as it is being,
But even in that situation, that's your own values, right?
that's my values.
Yeah.
I believe it's survival of the fittest.
But you don't really.
I believe it's survival of the
You don't follow
fittest.
through with these values, do you? Because you still.
I do
buy-
not. I do not.
You,
I do not.
You do not, right?
I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah. So then, don't you think it's important? Because being a hypocrite, I also had to acknowledge that I was a hypocrite, right? So that's the first step. Don't you think at some point we need to say that we can't just accept being hypocrites?
I'm sorry.
We can't just accept that we're
I
hypocrites.
study
right? We
philosophy, you know, so I
Yeah.
have to agree with you. But
Yeah. Please don't touch.
yeah, don't touch.
Don't touch.
Yeah, I've had bad situations. That's why I'm not. Let's just put it this way. You believe that? Look, I'll just tell you this. Please look into it. I'll give you some resources, but you don't need animal products to survive or thrive. You can survive and thrive without it.
What if I
Which-
just like meat?
Yeah, but that just means that if I like your meat, does it give me the right to eat you? That's the thing, right?
16.
I know. That's fine. But that's the mentality, right? We can't just because I like the taste of somebody's flesh doesn't mean
Sounds fucked up, right?
doesn't give me the right to kill them and eat them.
Yeah.
It's the same with animals. Just because we constructed a way where we see it's out of sight, just because
Concentration camps, my friend.
they're
concentration
literally
camps.
like if you haven't never seen slaughter footage, like stuff like, let me show you kind of what. So this is standard practice, by the way. Animals get forcefully inseminated. Somebody has to jerk off an animal. It's literally happens everywhere. And
Somebody has to jerk off an animal.
Yeah. How do you think how do you think they get the sperm from them? And this is the kind of stuff that you're defending, like this right here.
Yeah, but they are already dead. They're already dead here, right?
No, but I agree with this because there's this Western way to kill animals that is very wrong, and that.
Yeah, you're talking about kosher slaughter. As you said,
kosher,
yeah. I know. Kosher slaughter is exactly the same. Just the fact that the animals are
Or
kept.
halal.
Like, look, this is kosher. Do you think this is right?
No, it's,
It's
not
wrong,
allowed.
it's
It's,
wrong.
it's not allowed to go in.
No, it's really wrong.
It's
It's
this
not.
is the
It's not
wrong,
halal, man.
kosher.
If you
Because
no,
the
no, no, no,
kosher,
no, no,
you-
no. It's not halal.
Whatever it is, you can try to say it's not halal, it's not halal, but deep down you know that cutting the throat of an animal is wrong. I mean, this is what is the what do you think would be the difference if this knife would be parallel to their knife or this?
If you do it like
it's
this,
just as bad.
like the
They
good way,
don't have pain.
they don't.
They do.
They don't. They are not allowed to see the
The,
knife.
the only reason
Their
why
eyes are. Let me talk. One second. Their eyes
I know,
have
I know
to
the
be,
rules.
blind,
I know the rules.
and it have been half second, really sharp, thick.
I know.
And it's
I,
a
I,
half second of pain for them, and they are
it's not.
dead.
It's not. It's because they bleed to death, man.
No. They are the sentient thing will be cut, so they don't.
No,
think
because
it
you know where the pain comes through. The pain doesn't go through the blood. The pain goes through your spine. That's where the pain travels to. You know, you have all of these tendons. You know,
Yes.
if you break it, if you hurt a tendon, it hurts like fucking hell because all of these they go through the spine eventually. Pain receptors, pain goes through the spine. When somebody cuts your throat, you don't die out from lack of pain. You die because you suffocate from the blood that. But either way, it doesn't matter. Do you think there's a good way of killing somebody that we don't need to, or that is
Can I ask you a question?
innocent?
What do you think about animals that have died by natural causes, have lived a long life? Can we eat them then?
Listen, if you accidentally hit with a car,
then
you
meat
accidentally
is
hit
not
a dog
very
with your
tasty
car,
anymore.
and you decide that you want to eat them, it's far be it from me to say don't eat them. I still think it's kind of fucked up because we still see animals as objects in that sense. But
do you eat meat?
I don't know.
But how I see you train.
Yeah.
And what do you
actually
eat?
do powerlifting. I just
it's
normal,
really
you know. After the gym, protein powder, but vegan protein powder. Then I eat sometimes.
Also,
I eat,
no milk, no egg.
No milk, no eggs. No, sometimes I eat plant-based chickens because you know, for milks, cows get forcibly impregnated, have their babies stolen, killed. It's wrong, you know. It's all
Pretty
over.
hellish if you think about it.
It's very hellish.
Imagine aliens coming to Earth and doing the same to us.
Exactly.
It's like what's the book called? All Tomorrows. If you
Yeah.
read the book, you know.
I haven't read that, but like I know the situation that the hypothetical that you posed is.
Yeah, it's pretty scary, right?
It's
Say,
yeah, but it seems like all of you have the same values. It's just that all of you, like, just like myself, we're brought into a society where we think it's okay what we do to animals.
But it is. I think it is too normalized.
It's too normalized.
It's
exactly.
in our setting, in our normal settings. Like it's hard to get.
It's hard, but do you think it's harder for us or for the animals who die for us?
Maybe for the animals.
Yeah. So we gotta, in a sense, we gotta think of the victims also. We can't just go around in life choosing to slaughter and exploit whoever we want just because we've been taught this way, or I like the taste.
Do you
of
believe
it.
in God?
I don't, but I used to be religious. But
Which religion?
I used to be Christian, but I don't really mind anybody who believes in God. And the reality is that God is compassionate, right? So you wouldn't say that anything that you saw in this footage, even if you say that's a right way with halal or whatever, it's still not compassionately to kill an animal for something that we don't need, right?
Yeah, I understand you.
Like if there's a need, like far be it from me to tell you. I'm
Yeah,
not telling you to
educate
die,
each
right?
other.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, let me just give you a card, okay? I'm gonna give you one card because you look into it.
Very much.
No, I'm not giving you a card because you don't care about it.
I love Simon. It's my man.
From the video.
You're right.
He wants
actually,
to see
but
you.
Okay, don't troll, man. Come on. I care about it. I'll give you all of you a card. I care about.
Need one.
You don't.
I respect your opinion, but I just like meat.
I used to like meat also, man. It's all about it's all about the animals. It's all about the victims on the other side. Imagine if you were in their shoes. Come on. That's all it is.
Sir,
I respect
you're doing a good job, man.
Okay,
You're
have a
doing
good one. What's your name?
Yusuf.
Yusuf. Nice to meet you, Yusuf. What's your name?
Suli.
Suli. You guys are open-minded.
What's your
Come on.
name?
I'm Chip.
I study
Yeah.
philosophy, man.
Yeah, you study philosophy. Do it, man.
They came here to be funny.
Look more into it. So on this card, scan this code. Scan this.
I don't
or
have
go-
Instagram though. I don't have social
That's fine.
media.
That's fine. So go on, scan this, or go on this website. They'll ask you for a code, and type in this code. Set it to English because I'm not sure which language will appear.
English, Dutch.
Yeah, I think if it appears in Dutch, you won't see it. So set it to English
English?
and watch the most important speech you'll ever hear.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like a conversation like we just have now, just honest, down to earth conversation.
job,
Okay.
I wish it was just like two of us so we could have a better conversation.
I get it.
These idiots are here.
I get it. Have a good one.
You say this was good for a short. Nice, Louis. Thank you. Honestly, those two guys, they had something there, huh? Hey guys, be careful, because people who are gonna come there are gonna read the comments. Okay, so I'm not sure if reading the comments helped or not. Just be aware. But he came pretty intense at the beginning, huh? Yeah, I was a bit like, this guy's gonna hit me right now. It was pretty intense at the beginning. But then he understood it. So, I mean, maybe there's something to it. You know, you read the sign, you get worked up, and then you come here, you feel a little bad because you get worked up. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know. So, let's hold the sign. Let's see who else wants to punch me. I hope I don't get punched tonight. Imagine getting punched for defending animals but holding a sign with reverse psychology, saying the opposite. What? The indigenous people say the holy peoples before them on the land used to only eat veggies. How long are you doing this today, Benji asks. I don't know, Benji. So my dad has come to Amsterdam and he's waiting for me at home, so probably I won't stay for a long time. I'm trying to have a couple of interesting conversations, good conversations. I think we had only two good conversations, right? I think I will count this one as a good enough conversation, and the German guy, also good conversation, but not a lot. It's a pity because there's so many people on this market. Not like it's insane. Huh? I wish I could go to everybody and just ask them, what do you think of the sign? Maybe I should do that. It's interesting, you see people who study philosophy, because he said he studied philosophy. That's interesting. Maybe philosophy is something that people do need to learn and kind of understand the idea of veganism. And then maybe empathy, you know, which needs a little bit of work. Hi, do you agree with the sign? The world isn't ready for it. That's fine. Doesn't matter what the world is ready for or not. Hey, just your friendly reminder. Like the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let's get this to 2,000. Do you guys agree? Do you guys agree? Why not?
You should treat an animal like a human being as well, because they give you the support you need. No other human will do that for you than what an animal does, because their feelings are true.
What about cows, chickens, pigs?
Well, that's a different story, but
Is it okay to abuse them?
no.
Okay.
You don't see me doing that, and I don't understand why other people would do that, because they just want quantity over quality.
Do you consume animal products?
I don't know.
You don't consume any animal products?
I'm vegetarian through and through. I don't.
Vegetarian, so you consume dairy products and stuff like that?
I can't do dairy. I'm completely lactose intolerant, and even if I wasn't, I wouldn't have been able to do
So
it.
why aren't you vegan then?
I am vegan.
Oh, you are vegan?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, I'm vegan too. Nice. Good job. Are you vegan? Are you vegan? Are you sure or are you lying? Half on the face. Don't sleep on it. Come on, don't sleep on it. Let me just give you a card. Don't sleep on it. Animals are abused. You don't want animals to be abused for you. Just go on this website and watch Dominion, okay?
Okay, thank
Don't
you.
let yourself in. Hey guys, come on.
What's your name?
I'm Chip. Do you guys agree with the sign?
Is it TikTok?
No, it's YouTube. Do you guys agree with the sign?
YouTube?
Yeah.
What's your name?
It's Vegan Power Lab.
Should be legal.
Yeah.
Hey, you alive? Why?
Yeah, I'm live.
Why?
Why? Why not?
Why do you have to abuse animals?
What if you benefit from it?
From animals?
From abusing animals, yes.
What do you benefit from abusing animals? You ask me now.
Yeah. Do you think it's right if do you think abusing animals should be legal as long as we benefit from it?
No, there is no one in his right sense should benefit from abusing animals.
Okay. So that applies to cats and dogs.
Yeah.
What about cows, chickens, pigs?
All animals.
All animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regardless of cat, chicken, dog, we should not abuse them. It's not right. It's
Are you
wrong.
vegan?
I'm not vegan. I eat animals.
So then, do you think there's some abuse
No,
happening
but there is also
there?
a preferred way and the right way of slaughtering them.
So do you think cutting somebody's throat for something that is essentially optional to you is not abuse?
You don't have to cut the throat to kill them.
Do you think killing somebody at less than a quarter
It's
of
not
their
about
life?
somebody. It's about animals.
Do you think animals are a thing?
They are animals. They are not a thing. But they are animals.
Okay, what are they a thing or are they a someone or a something?
They are not a someone, but they are animals.
So are they a thing? Are they something?
They are not a thing. A thing, the choice of your words.
Yeah.
A thing is like can be manufactured or made.
Would you call a dog a someone?
I'm not gonna call it a dog, someone, but I'm calling it an animal.
Okay. Well, I would call anybody who has the capability to think and feel and experience the world around them as someone, because they have a subjective experience. Therefore, they're a subject, right?
I don't want to be biblical or religious here.
Yeah.
But animals, we are the first class, and then we have a second class.
So we have power over them.
Yeah, we have power over them because.
Do you think that's because we have power that gives us the right to abuse them?
No, that doesn't give us the right, a right to abuse them. But we have a power above them, and we are smarter than them. That's why we use them to feed. And our bodies, we need them.
If somebody's smarter than you, can they kill you and feed
No, they
them?
should not kill you. I'm not advocating that if someone is smarter than you, they kill you. But we live in a world.
So then what is the difference between somebody killing you or killing an animal, right?
I don't want to compare animals with human beings.
Okay,
We are humans.
But would you
first.
say it's wrong to kill a dog then for food?
No, it's not wrong to kill a dog for food.
Like even if you have readily available options for something else?
It's not about readily available. We have choices in life.
But do you think you should have choices to kill innocent animals for something
It's
that
not
is
about-
optional to you?
It's not about innocent.
They are innocent though.
If you killed and you eat it.
So you think it's okay
And
to
then
kill
the way-
any animal on this planet? You can kill them, just because you feel like killing them.
No. You are
And you eat them
You are
afterwards.
putting words in my mouth.
But what is the
You
why?
are putting words in my mouth. Let me learn.
Okay.
You can kill an animal.
Yeah.
If provided that you are going to eat it.
Yeah. So
To
you think
feed
Yeah.
yourself.
So any animal on this planet.
Yeah.
You can, let's say you can eat anything you want. You can eat veggies. You can have readily available options of anything else. But if you kill any animal that you want, just because you can, and eat them afterwards, makes it right.
Yes. One, and I have to explain. You don't have to put words in my mouth.
But that's
First of
exactly
all-
what you said. And that is-
Yeah. No. For a layman, first of all, you have to kill. If you are going to eat an animal, it is the cycle of nature. Like
It's not.
Let me come. Like, let's take an example in the wild animals. Lions eat only meat. Yeah? Lions eat only meat.
Wat is nou het hele ding
But
nou?
lions don't have the option. Do you think this is the cycle of nature? Is this the cycle of nature? Leaving them. Show me the nature.
This is the cycle of nature.
Come on.
First of all, let me brief because my
Come
friends
on.
are going.
I know, but come on, you can
It's a
think
cycle
for
of nature.
yourself.
Look, we have some nutrients that we get from meat.
You can get them from plants.
How sure are you that we can get them from plants?
I mean, look at it. Look at me, man. I'm a power lifter. I lift. You look big. Well,
I
come
look
on.
big, but I'm not big.
Yeah, I mean, I lift twice my weight like today. It's
Let me tell you, to be honest with you,
you can't.
it is
that's the
nature.
thing.
It is nature.
But in
we
nature-
feed on other animals.
But in nature, you know, people in nature, animals also rape each other. Animals do awful things in nature.
No,
that doesn't mean we should
No,
do them
when
too.
we want to talk about sexualizing things now, we are completely on another level.
Animals are sexualized in this industry. Like bulls are sexually exploited. You know?
Wat is doel hiermee?
Wat doe ik hiermee?
Wat is zijn doel hiermee?
Yeah, what is your goal? How do you intend to achieve here?
I want people to stop exploiting animals.
You want people to stop eating animals?
Exploiting them, yes.
No, but no. But you.
That means
Are
eating
you
them,
English?
wearing them,
Are you English?
for entertainment or anything.
Are you English?
No. I live in Amsterdam, but I'm
No,
from Romania originally.
Okay, you're from Romania.
Yeah.
But you should be very careful of your use of words.
Okay.
Abusing animals and using them for the good of human beings is completely different.
So
It's
somebody
completely different.
Wait. So I would say using somebody against their will is abusive regardless. Wouldn't you agree?
In some sense.
In some sense. So then, doesn't that apply? Please don't touch the phone. Doesn't that apply to
Okay, look, I'm just saying, please don't touch the phone. Doesn't that apply to any situation then?
No, look, we don't have words for words.
Yeah.
We have animals and we have human beings.
Yeah.
And animals and humans do feed on animals.
But we don't need to. Do you
We-
understand that? Yeah, I know.
Uh,
We don't need to, huh?
No, we need animals. We need animals to have a balanced diet in our diet.
We can have a balanced diet without it. Like I used to think the same, but I found out that we
see you
don't.
later. Bye-bye.
So given like if you were to find out that we don't need animals, wouldn't you say it's wrong to do this to them?
We have been eating animals since the existence of mankind.
Dude, slavery was done since the existence of mankind, and we
It is
stopped it because
slave-
it was
you completely,
wrong.
you are.
But this is
wrong.
animal slavery.
No, it's not about animal slavery. Slavery,
think
they don't
they're
eat
enslaved?
They don't eat slaves. Do they eat slaves?
No, but they kept them against their will. It's the same with animals.
Okay, I
They're
am
kept against their
brother.
will,
I think
man.
this, when I have time more, then we can talk about this. There
Yeah.
are a lot of points to consider when.
Can I give you a card to look into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch Dominion, okay?
Yeah.
Bye bye.
It's hard. If I go away from the phone, shit happens, huh? I think also my Chip, you should have reminded him that he totally was against animal abuse a few minutes ago. Yeah, but his whole point wasn't funny. His whole point was that it's not abuse if we kill them for eating. His whole point is that abuse is defined by the consequences of it, not by the action itself, which is, come on, really? Seriously? If I get pleasure from raping a woman, it's a good consequence, right? It doesn't mean, like, if 1,000 men rape one woman and they all get pleasure, the obvious consequence would be way more pleasure than pain for one person. You should use the word individual when they are against comparing animals to humans. Stop abusing. Okay, that's a good point, Leon. I don't know if I don't think it. Anyway, when I entered this conversation, it felt a bit awkward because they were all on my phone and everything, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there was anything there. That conversation was nothing. It's utilitarian calculation bullshit. No, but like, I mean, even if you do take utilitarian calculations bullshit, do you guys agree? Do you guys agree? No? Why not? Come talk to me, come on. It's live.
Are you famous?
I'm not famous, no. I'm just, I have 2,000 followers now.
Of course it should not be legal.
Why not?
Because they're beings. We should not abuse of beings.
Okay. Does that apply to cats and dogs or all animals?
Actually, all animals.
Okay.
I was vegan for a while, then I stopped. But
So you're abusing animals now?
I'm not. It's different.
How is it different?
Because abuse, no, it's different.
Do you think taking somebody's life for optional products is not abusive?
I think that veganism is the good option. But applied to me personally, I just cannot go vegan.
Why? And why do you think veganism is, by the way? What do you think veganism is?
Veganism, you cannot eat animal products.
It's not a diet.
It's not.
No. So veganism means we are against animal abuse, we're against animal exploitation,
Yeah.
we're against the commodification of animals. That means we don't want them to be abused, slaughtered for us for food, clothing,
yeah,
or
I
entertainment.
understand this.
Yeah.
Totally.
So then it's a moral stance, right? And it's just following through. It's like saying it's
ethnic thing, like ethic thing. Yeah.
yeah. It's like saying women deserve equal rights and opportunities.
Yeah,
right?
we do. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I were to say that women deserve equal rights and opportunities,
Yeah.
but then I would go home and beat my wife, wouldn't I be a hypocrite?
I mean, you would be a hypocrite. Yeah.
So if you say that animals deserve to live and be free,
Yeah.
then wouldn't you be a hypocrite if you slaughter them, exploit them, and
I mean, I don't slaughter them.
but you
I
pay for
cons-
somebody to do it?
I mean, I consume them because this is just the natural cycle of life that we get to.
I could say the same when I killed somebody. It's the natural circle
It is
of
not.
life.
If there's
Wait,
a
me
reason,
killing somebody is not the same as...
no. If you're killing it just because you want to kill it, no.
So which part of it is the natural circle of life?
If you're both on danger, and it's a natural instinct. So if you're both on danger and he's chasing you and you kill him, it's okay. But because it's still ethical.
No,
so it's not okay.
no. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm hungry right now. I have... I can go and buy plant-based food everywhere I want.
Yeah.
But I choose to kill you because I want to eat you.
It doesn't work like this. Like
Why?
naturally.
It's the circle of life, you said.
Yes, but it doesn't work like this. Like you are not willing to eat and kill a human being.
Maybe I am. Why not? There's human beings who do that. There's...
There's cannibalism. Cannibalism is not okay because it's
Why
not,
is carnism okay and capitalism not okay?
I'm not saying carnism is okay. I'm saying that it's wrong. It would be better if we all went plant-based.
But your actions say otherwise.
But it's not. It cannot be applied because as humans, we do need those products.
What is it that we need? Because I used to think so too, but we don't need anything from animal products. We can get
We
everything
can-
from
we
plants or
do.
supplements.
Just look at animals. They chase other animals.
But we're not animals. We are animals. We are animals, but we have different needs, right? We don't like you. Like I can't say that you have the same needs as a dog, do you?
I mean, different needs.
Different
Because
needs.
I'm a human
And even
being.
dogs can go plant-based, by the way. So even dogs, cats can all go plant-based. The
But-
reality is we just need nutrition. Nutrition
Yeah.
doesn't have to come from killing animals, innocent
True.
animals, right?
But just to cut it short, no, I don't think animal abuse is good.
But your actions say otherwise.
I mean, I can better my actions for sure.
So bettering your actions would mean not abusing animals.
Not eating meat.
Or any animal products, because all animal
Yes,
products
yes.
abuse animals.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, kind of.
I mean, do you know anything about the dairy industry, for example?
I do.
You know, cows are forcefully impregnated.
It's okay. I
They have their
understand- I
babies taken
understand
from
you.
them.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just running out of time, but I agree with you.
Okay, just keep in mind that how many more animals have to be abused for you before you change?
For me,
Yeah.
but it's not changing with me. It has to change on a
For
global
you.
basis.
Some animals are abused strictly for you because you choose them.
I mean, not for me. They're already dead.
No. Some of them. Well, the next one, when you buy an animal product, another animal, not the animal that you bought, but the next animal will be abused because of you.
It's not an individual.
Do you think as an individual you don't have a responsibility?
I do have, but individually, it's not like applying to the whole society. So it
It doesn't
depends.
matter. You as an individual can choose whether you're violent or not towards animals.
Well, yes, but still, like it doesn't depend on me. So
Well, is somebody forcing you to make choices?
no, it's my choice. That's why
Okay,
it's called
okay,
a
so
choice.
it does depend on you.
Not really. Not really.
What do you mean?
I
You just said you make the
steak
choices.
that I'm going to eat there, it's already slaughtered, so it's not.
Yeah, but then the next cow gets slaughtered because you ate that steak.
I mean, yeah, we should change all as societies. Yeah.
And do you think eating a sentient being, somebody who had emotions, who feels pain, who wanted to live, do you think it's fair to eat their flesh when you don't need to?
I will have to think about this. Thank you.
While you think animals will be abused for you and because of you.
I agree with you at first. I'm agreeing with you.
I'm just saying how it is. I'm not the one
everyone's
to sugarcoat.
misguided in the entire thing. I mean, everyone only looks at it from one aspect.
Which
Like,
aspect?
They only look at it from one aspect. There is multiple. If you didn't eat certain animals, they would just go extinct because there's no use for them.
Okay, so
But
why is that bad?
You can do a lot in an individual capacity. And that's important because it's something we fully believe in. I work for a nutrient company. We've just launched a fully organic, vegan certified nutrient range.
So you
Because
can
people-
survive and thrive on plant-based.
Yes.
So then
There's
killing an animal.
alternatives.
So then killing an animal,
No.
wouldn't you say it's wrong?
No. That's a different topic. I mean, that is trying to group them all together. And then you hurt
What do you mean it's a different topic?
Then you hurt the industry completely as itself.
Why do
because
you
you're a
eat?
biased opinion.
Why do you eat?
Why do I eat? Because I want to.
Because
I
you need nutrition, right?
Everyone
That's
needs
the role of
nutrition.
eating.
Everyone needs different nutrition.
No, we are humans.
No, we're
Biologically,
not.
we need the same
Every single
nutrition.
person is different to every single plant. Every single plant has a different nutrient feeding schedule. At the end of the day, we all require different things.
The
Some
nutri-
people can focus and thrive.
The difference
on a
in
plant-based
the
diet.
difference in nutrients that we have.
Did you
it
know
can-
that one of the highest performing proteins for bodybuilders is plant-based?
Okay, so then again, like, what
It
is
works in
it?
certain
Why do you
aspects.
then why do you claim that it's okay to exploit animals
But
and
why
kill
wouldn't
them?
you highlight the fact that someone's going through and actually trying to make an active difference? We can't change everything, but we can change one thing at a time. We can do our own responsibilities.
But can
yes,
you-
I might not be fully vegan, but I believe in going. There are certain things where we can push and thrive even better. So swapping out a vegan nutrient, guess what? It performs better than traditional nutrients.
Does it matter? Because
it does.
Why?
Because it changes people's opinions one at a time, subtly and not bluntly.
But,
Because sometimes
I'm
when
not
you
here to
approach
discuss
people
how I
and
do
go
it.
bluntly, you throw them off the topic, and you really do push it, because I can shove my entire product down your throat to the point where you get annoyed with me. People feel the same way about saving the planet, so you have to give it in little doses.
Listen,
and I feel like that's something that really doesn't actually help much.
Fair enough. Like, listen, I'll ask you in all honesty, what is it that I can say right now to help you to stop exploiting any animals? Because I will say it and do it. I will
Think about
leave.
what goes into your plants. Have you ever considered what goes into your plant-based foods that you eat? I take it you eat a plant-based diet.
Yeah.
How are they fed? Do you know?
What do you mean, plants?
Yes. How are your plants fed? How are they grown? What goes into the plants that you consume? Do you know? As someone who is pushing this and for this, do you at this point in time know what goes into your food?
Why does that matter?
Because if it's not plant-based, it's not vegan.
But it is plant-based.
No, it's not. Not all the nutrients are. They're animal-derived. There's a lot of them that
No.
are synthetically
I
derived.
only buy...
Can you say across the board that you know exactly every single little aspect, the traceability of what goes into it, all out? And I stand by you as someone who goes...
If they're vegan certified, I only buy vegan certified.
And organic certified?
No, not organic certified.
Why?
Because organic products can still use animal products as a fertilizer.
So if you found out that there was a vegan, organic, certified nutrient, would you buy that as a product just because you see it and go, oh, there's traceability to that? If you knew there was a difference in your plants and say your lettuce, your tomatoes...
I will always make the best choice that I can, yes. That is the point, right?
So me telling you that information now, does that make you slightly better off than you knew earlier?
If you tell
That a
me
vegan, organic
if you
nutrient
tell me
exists?
exactly which products I can buy, or if you tell me that there's certain, like, I can look after certain
Would it be
labels,
strange that if
I
I
will.
told you it's about cannabis?
It's about what?
Cannabis.
Cannabis. Well, what about it?
That is a fully vegan, organic, certified cannabis nutrient out there in order to produce quality, because the one last thing that people don't often think about is how the cannabis is grown.
Love
with
it, okay.
artificials and everything.
I actually eat hemp seeds a lot, so perfect.
It's a great industry to be in.
Okay, but like, do you think that, like you say, obviously, you say that you care about animals, right? Do you
Yes.
think you can care about animals when you have the options? Like, okay, you can say in plant-based agriculture, there are practices that may have certain dubious practices there where some animals may be exploited, some animals may not be exploited. And that can be improved on, right?
Absolutely.
But can animal
the bases across the board
but
can be improved on
exploiting
massively.
but animals in animal agriculture can never be, the exploitation will always exist there regardless, correct?
Yes, in that aspect, from that, 100%.
So then do you think that supporting...
Trying to fix the top one before we fix the middle, that jump is too big for the average person to do.
So do you think then that you yourself, who say you love animals, who say you appreciate, who say you respect, because it's not about loving, it's about respecting them.
Yes.
Do you think that if you respect animals, can you respect them when you pay a system that readily exploits and slaughters them?
What system? The system that is
Animal
global
agriculture.
capitalism?
Animal agriculture.
It's capitalism at the end of the day.
Well,
People want what they want.
It's not capitalism, because even in socialism, whatever system, whatever
Animals,
system it is,
it's historic. It's too new for a lot of people.
so do you
and they
think
can't
you don't
accept
have
it.
any responsibility for the animals
No, I
that
have
die for you?
responsibility. Do I think I can pick that fight? No. Can I make a little difference along the way? Absolutely.
So do you think you can make a bigger difference for the animals that get exploited for you? Do you think that you yourself can put yourself the label of non-animal exploiter?
So who do you think does more good, you or me?
I don't think it matters that. But
In terms of a change, in terms of global footprint, who do you think can make the bigger change, you or me?
First of all,
I
it
change a
doesn't matter.
company and I go through and I put out a nutrient that changes
But this
a lot
isn't
of
about
cultivation.
you and me.
No,
Listen,
but
this
it
isn't
is.
about who
The way
makes
you
a bigger change. I'm here telling you that if you oppose the idea of exploiting animals, then you should follow through with it, not pay for somebody to exploit animals for you.
Yeah, I think you missed on the topic a bit. It is a bit about you and me, because I can prove that I care about the planet and I'm willing to make more of a change, even though
I'm here
not
talking about
completely
animal
one-sided.
rights, not the planet.
Smaller picture. Unfortunately, that's cut from conversation.
But that's what I'm
Everything's
here talking
connected
about.
and everything's global, and you have to look at it in the area. Can you go the microphone, the watch, everything that you went?
What does
is
this
the
have to
animal
do with animal rights?
Absolutely, because those are killing more animals than you could ever believe.
Oh, what a fucking hypocrite. Oh my god. Who's better? Yeah, friendo, who's better? We got some people, you know, they call fucking assholes. They call us vegans riding on a high horse, and then this fucking asshole comes here telling me, I exploit animals, but I'm better than you. Oh, fuck off, you fucking asshole. Oh, I got really triggered by this guy, I'm sorry. But it's just ridiculous. Jesus Christ, some people. He knew he was wrong, that's why he left.
The minute they start attacking the microphone and the phone is the minute that they start losing. Because it doesn't matter. Oh, what? You're marching for women? For women not to be exploited? Do you think women are not exploited when you sit on this thing?
Mate! Ratje! Staat hier, hè? Mate, last week I was here.
You were here last week?
Ja.
Where?
Waar staat hij weer, hè? Wait. Ja.
Did you go vegan?
No, I work in a chicken slaughtery.
Ah, you were the guy who works on the chicken slaughtery.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, come talk to me, man.
Neem even op, iemand. Okay, we got.
How do you feel when you work on a chicken slaughter?
I feel very good.
You feel good slaughtering chickens?
Hey, how much? What's your TikTok name?
I'll give you my social media. But do you feel good slaughtering chickens?
Yes.
Do you think they deserve to live?
Everyone eats chicken.
Do you think they deserve to live?
It's life.
Do you think they deserve to live?
Yeah, they live, but not so long.
Yeah. How much time do you think they live?
10 weeks.
7. Yeah.
No.
7, 10 weeks, whatever. Do you think that's enough time?
That's plofkip. That's
can,
we name it in Dutch.
Yeah. They can live up to 5 years, huh? So they don't live even a quarter of their life. Would that be fair for somebody to do to you if they like the taste of your flesh?
If everybody stops to eat chicken, they live long.
Yeah, but we can't, if everybody does something stupid, we can't justify ourselves doing something stupid just because everybody does it.
I think so. That's life.
Is it? This isn't life. This is just needless.
When you go to the
slaughter.
nature in Africa.
But in nature, anything you do in that slaughterhouse is related to nature? Come on.
Last week I was go with the truck to the farmer. Then I see a whole storage full with chicken. I was with.
How is any of that related to nature? Do we breed them into existence? We selectively breed them. Where in nature does this happen? And why does it even matter? Because in nature, awful thing happens anyway. We don't say, let's build our society based on what's happening in nature. In nature, animals rape each other. We don't say, let's rape each other because animals rape each other. So why would we say, let's kill animals because animals kill animals?
I'm born with it. I teach it for my parents, my grandparents.
I was born, like, I come from Romania, I come from communism. And I can tell you that I was born I was told that communism is good. Does that mean that I should go around imposing communism on people just because I was taught that way? No, because I have the responsibility to know better. You're an adult. You should know better. Huh? You can't just do what you're told
job.
from.
I know
as
hygienic.
I get as your job, but you as an individual can still choose to not exploit individuals. Huh?
I know. Now I have work with my work. We have.
And do you think you can get another job?
Yeah. Now, this is my other job.
So there you go. So get another job.
A roof. On the roof. We have roof workers.
Yeah. So don't kill that. You what?
Now I'm with my other.
Yeah.
Work. Now I work at the roof. Yeah, that's another job.
Okay, so you can choose to not kill or exploit innocent animals.
Yesterday I was not at work. I was free. So.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, because for me, the reason I became vegan was because I thought it's unfair what we do to these animals. Do you think it's fair?
If the people stop each.
But
chicken,
do you think it's fair?
No.
No, so then
they are little, they can do nothing.
Yeah, so then why do you want to be part? Why do you want to help the system if you think it's not fair? Come on, you can build a better society. You don't have to be part of this shit.
I go to my friends.
You go to your friends. Yeah, let me just give you a card. But like,
fire workers.
This is my social media. Being a Paola.
Good luck. Maybe
Think about it, man. Think about it. Don't just sleep on it. Come on, it's the innocent beings. This guy was, I don't know, I don't think you saw it. I tried moving the camera, but I think a week ago or 2 weeks ago, something like that, he was right here, and he told me that he works in the slaughterhouse, that he kills 3,000 chickens, something like that, per day. No, not more than 3,000, 12,000, something like that. I wrote the number down somewhere. It was insane.
What's your social experiment?
There you go. This is it.
Animal abuse should be legal. Oh, well.
No?
Yeah, it should be legal.
It should be legal?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Oh, wait, animal abuse should be legal?
Yeah.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, if you're doing, I was confused. No.
Okay, why not?
If you're doing, if you're doing experiments on animals and you're having to torture them and stuff, absolutely not.
Oh, wait, so experimenting on animals is wrong?
For the most part, yes. Now,
Why?
however, if it's to better mankind and humanity, then it should be legal. You know, if you're...
So abusing animals should be okay as long as we benefit from it?
In a broad sense, yes. In a broad sense, yes.
So then it should be legal?
Yes, but then it breaks down into what exact terms and what exact details there are of animal abuse and what are the lines that you can and cannot cross. How would I define them?
Yeah.
I guess it'd really come down to, I mean, if you're having to, cut off limbs and start doing sort of,
Do you think
just
kicking an animal is abuse?
If there's no benefit from it.
So if I get pleasure from it, it's okay?
Well, not your benefit. Now, if it's maybe scientific benefit to see, what are the, let's just go hypothetical here. If there's some sort of, I don't know, maybe animal body armor that you're making, and you need to see, what force resistance do you need to have in order to create a substantial body armor for that, then I guess that's the only way, a scientific way to find out,
But if I had
what are
an
those
alternative,
thresholds.
if I had an alternative, would it be right?
What would that alternative be?
I don't know. Let's just say there is an alternative in this hypothetical. I can't think of an alternative.
Sure. Then sure.
So
yeah.
is animal abuse right when we have an alternative?
When we have
the choice not to abuse animals.
If you can get the same scientific result with an alternative, then you should go with the alternative.
Okay. How do you feel about cows, chickens, pigs, all these animals that we breed into existence, exploit and slaughter for optional products for us because we can survive and thrive without animal products?
Unfortunately, I mean, I do think, that's the best way that we go about it. Now, when you start pumping them full of antibiotics and hormones and all the different chemicals that's in our
But again, it's optional to us. Like we can survive and thrive without doing any of it to animals, regardless if we keep them in a nice place, regardless if we give them a little pillow, taking their life away for something that is for us 5 minutes of pleasure, for them their whole life, taking that for them, don't you think it's wrong? Or
No,
abusive?
because myself, I mean, I believe that animals were given to this world so that humans could survive and thrive and be able to have sufficient nutrients to live and prosper.
But we can do that without animals. And who gave those animals to us?
I'm a Christian. I believe Jesus Christ gave those animals to us,
So you think
and that
Jesus,
we could use.
So all the animals that we exploit today are animals that were selectively bred for hundreds of years, so they weren't even alive during Jesus' times. But you think that Jesus
Well,
gave
what animals weren't alive during Jesus' times? Because I mean,
the broiler chickens that are today, for example.
well, that's where I said like the antibiotics and the hormones.
No,
and
no,
the growth
no
hormones.
antibiotics, no hormones. The
Yes.
chickens that are selectively bred, they're selectively bred today. They're not. None of them are animals that were existing. Like genetically speaking, they were totally different from animals back then. But if you say Jesus and you bring up that argument, do you think that given the option to eat a plant-based burger or kill a cow, like slash the throat of a cow, which option do you think Jesus would take?
I mean, they slaughtered animals back
So
in
do you
Jesus
think
Christ's
Jesus
days.
would slaughter a cow instead, like literally, like, do you think Jesus would do? Let me show you because I have photos of this. Do you think? Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, I don't think there's a perfectly humane way that we.
Do you think
go
Jesus
about.
would do this?
They did. They put sheep on the altar and killed them just like that to sacrifice
Do you
animals.
think
Yes,
Jesus
they did.
would do this when they have the option to not?
Well, what's the alternative option?
Eat plant-based.
Eat plant-based. I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, trust me, I love a good Impossible Burger. They're fantastic, but at the same time, like you need the iron, you need the different
Do you think you can
nutrients
get the
and
iron
minerals.
and all the nutrients from
I
other
absolutely
places?
do, but you still need red meat in your diet.
Why do you need red meat in your diet?
Back then, do you think they were talking about vegan or vegetarian
Doesn't matter.
weren't.
Back then they were slaves. Why
There
does it
were
matter what
slaves.
they were doing back then?
Because you're talking about the nutrients that they were getting from back then. If they were only eating plants back then and then we transitioned to that in the 21st century, then yes, absolutely, we should probably go back to that. But
wait,
we're not doing
if we
that
can,
anymore.
if you scientifically find out that we can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet, right? Do
Yeah,
you
you
think it's
can.
wrong? So you think you can?
Okay,
So
then
do
what
you think
about-
then it's wrong to exploit and slaughter innocent animals for something that is basically optional to us? That's what I say. Because we can survive and thrive. We can get all the nutrition that we need from plant-based products. Therefore, when we choose an animal-based product, we exploit and slaughter an animal.
Yes,
for nothing.
I wouldn't say it's for nothing.
It's
like
optional.
you're still getting the benefits and the nutrients.
Yeah, but I
and
could get the benefit-
They're not dying in vain. The animals are not dying in vain.
Listen. I could rape a female and say I get the benefit from it. It's not for nothing.
Well,
but
that's
it's still
your personal
wrong.
benefit. Well,
This is still your personal benefit, is it not? It's not the animals.
That's a moral issue versus.
I'm a farmer, yes. I keep sheep and cattle for slaughter.
Okay.
So if sheep or cattle weren't
I'll
killed,
let him take it. Thank you for your time. We're gonna go to the next stop.
Don't
We're
exploit
just
animals,
tourists.
man. Don't exploit animals.
I'm just saying. Look, if there's a better opportunity and a better
There's
initiative,
plant-based options.
I think it's beneficial to use both to lessen.
You can
the
survive and
amount
thrive
of-
without it. None of it is needed.
That's not necessarily true. I mean, you got GMOs, you got the scientific research. I mean,
Scientific
back
research
back
says
home in
that it-
America, I mean, you're putting the American kids
fine,
right now
they're
are
live on
having one of the
TikTok.
highest statistical
care.
rates of
Highly
childhood
cash.
obesity,
He gets
childhood
them
diseases,
going.
and a lot of it is from the chemicals that they're putting in our foods to get away from things like this.
Well, no,
Now-
I'm not telling you to. You
Well,
can
I'm
eat a
just
whole
saying.
food plant-based diet. You can eat natural and on a plant-based
Well, I
diet.
mean, I
and
just
be
ate some
healthy.
sausage and pork, and it was absolutely fantastic. And
Pigs
like, I
are
feel
pigs are
great.
sent into gas chambers, man. That's how they're killed. Pigs are like.
That's fine. I mean, they're
That's
at the
fine.
end of the day, they're
That's
pigs.
fine.
It's the same as the trees.
At
it's
the end of
same
the
as
day,
you
they're
and
pigs.
as me.
At the end of the
let me
day,
say
somebody
this,
was
to
more
put it-
intelligent than you can say you're in a category that I created that says
Yeah.
you deserve to live for something that
Yeah,
I just
do.
want
and,
you to
and
do.
be, and you put it like that. There's higher beings out there in this world, and if they came down here right now and started slaughtering and eating
would say
us,
it's okay.
Unfortunately, it's the hierarchy.
You would say it's
of the
okay,
system.
and you would say
it's
it's okay.
It's the hierarchy. Of
You
the
would say it's
system.
okay.
It's
Yes,
the hierarchy of the
I would.
system.
Would you say it's okay?
In my personal view, no, I would
Okay,
not
so
like
then
it.
it's the same.
But that's
you
how the
go.
world works.
Doesn't
I'm not
matter.
changing
The
how
world works.
biology and life and how the world
Listen,
works.
on this
I'm still
planet,
eating that
humans
meat.
kill and
Thank you
rape
so
each other.
much.
I'm not gonna shake your hand if you're gonna abuse animals. I'm
okay,
sorry.
what I'm saying is,
All right, well,
Hey.
I respect your opinion. I'm sorry you don't
It's
respect
not an
mine.
opinion.
It's,
Animals still get exploited and slaughtered for you. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. Is it not
yeah,
true?
yeah, they do, and it's unfortunate. But I do.
You can
the best
choose
I
otherwise. You're not doing the best you can. You can choose otherwise. Nobody's forcing you to go there and eat somebody who was in a gas chamber. Nobody's forcing you to put an innocent being in a gas chamber so that you can get bacon or whatever the fuck floats your bubble. I'm
All
sorry.
right,
I'm
I
sorry
didn't-
for
I
getting.
didn't- I didn't see
I
it
get
was
intense,
this
but
yeah,
it's
it is
not
obviously
fair.
very
It's not.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. That's all it is, man. I'm sorry for getting intense, but it is really not fair.
No, I mean I respect your opinion, and I believe that there can be cohesion in both of them. That you could use more plant-based diet to lessen the impact, but you still need animals. You still
You
have
don't.
to eat. They ate them in ancient times. They
don't.
ate them forever.
Doesn't matter. There was slavery. There was slavery forever. Doesn't mean
There's
it was
still
right.
slavery now.
Does it
You've
make
got
it
the
right?
Uyghurs in
Does it make
China.
it right?
No.
So
but
then
that's
my point. Is it right
personal
to
opinion.
Is it right to enslave animals and kill them?
I need to
Animals.
eat.
You don't need to eat
Animals.
animals.
Animals. What
I need
listen,
animals.
I agree with you. What I say
You
is,
don't.
I'm a farmer at home. I keep sheep and
He's a
cattle for
farmer.
slaughter. And if no one killed sheep or cattle, if no one keep them for slaughter, what would be the point of keeping them? To be
mean, you got
extinct.
people
Yeah, don't bring them to life.
You've got people.
Wait. Do you think it's fair to bring somebody to life for the sole purpose of killing them?
I think if we
Yes.
didn't eat,
That's how
Yes.
people-
Would that be
that's how-
okay for
that's
somebody
how-
did
that's
to
how
you?
That's how you breed.
Is that fair? Somebody did to you?
If the aliens came down today and they started enslaving us,
Would you say it's okay?
if we didn't keep sheep and
Yes,
cattle,
unfortunately I
if
would.
we- if-
Why? Because you
if
get
we-
the nutrients for
You're
the
just
betterment
bite-
of human survival.
You don't have to bite the bullet, man. You don't have to bite the bullet. The
If-
reality
if
is,
we-
you know it's
look,
unfair.
look,
if,
look,
if,
don't have to
if
bite
we
the
didn't
bullet.
if we
You
didn't
wanna-
keep if we didn't keep sheep and cattle, I'm a farmer. We keep them to kill them, make money for the farmer. If there was no money, if everyone was vegan, what's the point of keeping sheep? To be extinct.
So
There'd be
what?
no point.
The farmer
to be
so-
extinct.
so-
Wait,
okay,
so wait.
all
So
the-
would
all-
it be okay for me to create a species of animals that I just bring to life to fuck them, kill them, and then
Well, now you're talking
then
about
said fuck
hypotheticals.
them.
You're not creating that. If
I'm
him,
about
if
feeding
him as
them,
a
feeding
farmer,
them.
do you forcefully
artificially impregnate them?
No.
No?
course not. No. Ram, yo. Raise the lambs, kill the lambs, feed the people, make
all
the
the
money.
farmers that are
All the
making a
farmers,
living?
poor
You can-
farmers.
you can choose it like
What about all the
well,
farmers
what
that are
about
making
wait,
a
wait,
living? How would
imagine
the farmers make money if we
wait,
can't
wait,
make
wait,
money?
wait,
We
wait,
wouldn't.
wait.
If everyone was vegan,
Imagine,
no one buy our sheep
imagine
to
during
slaughter.
slavery, if somebody said, "What about all the people who get money from trafficking people? What about all the people who get money from hunting
That's
the
different.
other people?"
That's
Why is that
different.
different?
Why,
It's still
do you not think
enslavement.
a sheep and a human is different?
What is the difference that says it's okay to exploit one but not the other?
So I'm saying it's a different story between humans and people. You're
Right.
saying it's the same
What
thing.
is the difference?
What's the difference? One's an animal, one's a human being.
Animals are humans also.
Animals are humans. So there's not humans.
Humans
and
are animals, sorry.
Humans are animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the difference between a sheep and a person.
What is the difference?
What's the difference? One's an animal. That was the way it went for years and years.
It's just a category. We're based on the same category. We're still animals.
We're still animals.
Yeah.
All right. So you think it's the same thing?
I would say killing anybody on this planet, whether human or animal, is wrong because they value their own life just as much as I value my own life. Do you think that you are a farmer, you see these animals, do you think any of them want to die?
Well, I don't think they have conscience. They can't think the same as a person.
Do you think any of them want to die? You see them that they don't want to die.
They
Come
don't
on.
know. They don't
None of
know.
them
They don't
wanna
have
die.
a conscious mind. A
Okay.
human can think from right and wrong.
Animals are
I want to
conscious.
live,
They
I want to ride.
have a subjective experience and they have emotions. Do they not have emotions?
I don't think a sheep cry.
They have.
I don't think
they
they
don't
cry.
have to cry. Not all people cry, yet they still have emotions.
Yeah, but I don't think they don't know the difference.
Doesn't matter.
They're way
Like
different
listen.
humans.
So you're saying it's okay to do this to them because they don't realize the difference. They don't know that it's happening to them, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they don't know.
So
They
if,
don't know the
if-
difference.
So if
They're-
if there's a human being that's passed out, can I do whatever I want to them because they wouldn't know the difference?
No, because that's different.
It's the same.
It's not. It's not really.
You're
the same.
saying that the only reason it's good to do this to them is because they don't know the difference.
No. Animals are different. Animals are raised that.
What is the difference?
What's the difference for what? Sheep
That,
and
that,
humans.
that justifies killing one but not the other.
One but not the other. Because sheep, cattle, they're raised for that. They're raised to feed
So
the
if somebody
population.
raised humans to kill them and feed the population, would that be
No,
okay?
that would be different because humans are different.
Why? What is the difference?
What's the difference? Humans have a conscious mind. They can think very right and wrong.
What if there's
This
a
is
human
right.
being who's intellectually challenged who has the cognitive abilities of an animal?
Why? I don't know any human. Do you know any human that thinks like an animal?
Yes,
That
there's
can-
human beings who have after
Who think like an animal.
after 3 years old, they no longer develop their cognitive abilities
So they
anymore.
think like a sheep. No, sheep go around eating grass. Humans go around what?
Eating
meat.
What do humans? What is your life day to day? You make money. You go day to day from place to place to eat or to mate, and that's your whole thing.
Farmers raise
Isn't
cattle.
that exactly what
farmers
animals do?
raise cattle and sheep to make money, to make a living.
Yeah.
To kill them. So if we don't kill the sheep, what do the sheep make money?
Can you not farm
Do the-
vegetables?
Do the sheep make
Can you
money?
not farm vegetables?
No, not where I live. No.
Why?
Because all my land floods. It's all underwater in the
So
winter.
move somewhere else. Why is it that it's the responsibility of animals to die for you? Why is it that you have to make money by killing innocent sentient beings? Why is it that you think it's okay to do it? This is beyond me. Like literally, what is the difference between? Let me put it this way: what is the difference between a dog and the sheep
Does
that
anybody
says
else
it's okay to
James?
one but not the other?
Because a dog's not the same as human.
No, a dog is not the
Where-
same. Okay, what is the difference between a dog and a sheep that you would say it's okay to kill a sheep but not a dog?
Well, because should they still kick dogs out in China and all that?
But do you kill dogs?
No, I don't kill
For
dogs.
food? Why not?
Because I don't have dogs. I'm in the sheep business.
Would you kill dogs for food?
For fun? No, not
For
for,
food.
fun. If I had no money, I'm had to sell dogs. Same thing.
What is the difference? I still ask you.
It's the thing. If you need money to feed yourself,
But do you think you can get money in any other way? Do you think you have the option? Because you have the option, the
I
luxury
know
to choose
poor
something
farmers,
else.
no education, nothing less but their sheep and cattle to slaughter them to make money. Would you rather see a sheep die or a human die? Which? Answer the question.
But you're not gonna. Obviously, I would rather see. First of all,
No,
I don't
answer
think
the
that. But that's
question.
not the option between you, right?
If,
do you
if,
think
a
you're
farmer, if a farmer has one sheep and he gets 200 euro to slaughter the sheep to feed himself,
But do you think
would
you're
you rather
gonna die if
would
you
you
don't?
rather sell the sheep to slaughter him and get the
Do you
money,
think
or,
you're-
or sell?
vegan?
Do you think I'm vegan?
vegan.
I'm
No, I'm
vegan.
not.
Do you
Who's
think
vegan?
I'm
You're
vegan?
vegan.
Yeah.
Why are you vegan?
Because I think animals deserve to live and be free.
But avocados are shipped from Brazil and go here
And that's why it's okay to slaughter
Don't
chickens.
go to Amsterdam. Amsterdam is not
it's human nature. And a lion kills meat. A lion kills meat to eat. What do we need to eat? Plants? It's
Lion
not his
doesn't
life.
have an options. You have options.
Why do I have options? I don't like it.
Farmers,
I want a hamburger.
Farmers that keep sheep.
You can have a
They
plant-based
have
hamburger.
options.
Yeah. Yo, that shit comes from from the other side of the earth. It's going with a plane. A
So
plane.
don't eat avocados. I don't eat avocados.
Doesn't matter. Soya beans, everything.
So you have a problem with soy?
Should men not
Do you
eat
think
pussy?
so?
I- everything
Wait.
with
Soy
vegans.
is soy destroying the planet?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay.
Why
so,
is the
so,
system?
so would you be surprised to find out that most of the soy is grown for the animals? So if you have a problem with soy destroying the planet, that means
Can I get
that
there something? We have hundreds of years of eating
Hey,
animals.
we sign
No
here
problem.
today, we have hundreds of.
Why is it now a problem now?
Wait, we have hundreds
because
of
it's
years.
so
No. Let me,
wappies like you.
no,
it's,
let me
you
explain.
little woke.
Because now we
woke.
have options. We have hundreds of years since women didn't have rights.
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden we give women rights?
Well, why does suddenly it's
the
human
same
nature.
argument. It's the same
why,
argument.
Why? Chicks,
Just
what-
because it's been happening for hundreds of
But
years
you're
doesn't
killing-
make it right.
You're killing bees, wasps.
What do you
for
think you're
everything, for
killing?
everything.
What do you think you're killing? Do you think
Cows, and we eat that. That's human nature.
And the food that's grown for cows, what do you think cows are fed?
Uh-huh.
What do you think cows are fed?
Food, yeah. I don't ever give a shit. It's my food.
Grass, soy, and
Yeah.
corn.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are drunk.
So grass,
But
soy,
that's
and
the
corn.
shit, yeah.
Yeah. So then all the bees that you say are killed for me, monumentally more are killed for you.
But you're living a life where you don't eat meat, so you're giving up a
Monumentally
piece.
more are
That's
killed for. Do you understand that monumentally
Can I see
more?
your pictures?
Monumentally more.
Can I see your pictures?
Yes. Monumentally more beings, monumentally more insects, monumentally more. All of them are killed for you than for me.
Yeah, but let me tell
Do
you.
you understand this?
something.
No.
Yeah,
Do you understand this?
I'm not stupid. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But
So you
then-
understand that when you say that bees
You
die
don't-
for
you-
me,
you-
you're
you
just
don't,
saying.
You don't drink milk. You don't eat cheese. You don't
No.
eat everything.
No, because.
But why? It's a natural
Do you, know,
product.
do you know what happens? Do you know what happens in the dairy industry?
Yeah, I know.
Why do cows produce milk?
Where you from?
From Romania. Why do cows produce milk?
Cows produce milk because it's their nature.
Because they have to be pregnant for that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So farmers forcefully impregnate them.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
more. But
And then they take away their babies.
yeah.
This is not
But
okay.
it's-
yeah?
it's-
It's not okay. This is not okay.
No, but it's the same mentality that we say towards animals.
No. This is a sensitive object.
Yeah, it's the same mentality that we have. It's discrimination, you know. It's if you think discrimination is wrong,
ma'am,
why would you would you kill a dog to eat them?
My dogs are different
Would
species.
you kill a dog to eat
No,
them?
we wouldn't, but Vietnamese people would.
No, you wouldn't. Okay, but I'm talking about
Or
you.
Chinese
Why
people
would you?
would.
So would you say it's wrong to
But
kill a dog to eat them?
Yeah, for sure.
Why?
If
That's
I
just
ca-
our moral standards.
If
Yeah.
a
So
cow,
why is your moral standard saying that a being that was born in the species of dog, which they didn't choose, is deserved
because
to
they
live?
are intelligent.
Wait. Let me say. But a being that was born in the species of pig or chicken or cow, who are just as intelligent as dogs.
No, they're not.
Pigs are more intelligent
No,
than
they're
dogs.
not. Yeah, pigs are.
Yeah.
For sure. 100%.
Do you eat pigs?
I do.
So
No,
then do
actually
you
I
see the
don't.
hypocrisy?
I don't. Actually I don't. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, man.
English
English is not my first language, you know. So
It's
I'm
fine, it's
struggling,
fine,
you know.
it's
I'm
fine, it's
struggling.
fine.
I'm struggling.
Listen, the point of it is only this: all the animals on this planet were here along with us. Just because we developed higher intelligence, and at some point we said we have higher intelligence, therefore we deserve the right to exploit and slaughter
I get you.
whoever we can. Just because we have power doesn't give us the right.
Selfie. Hey, do you drink milk?
No.
You don't
Why
drink
do you
milk.
know?
Why
It's
you don't
good
drink
for
milk?
protein.
Because cows are forcefully impregnated
Okay,
and have
but
their
cows
babies
are
killed.
produced this for
But you
nature.
probably were fed by your mom, right? By her mom's tits.
But that's a different thing, isn't
What's
it?
the difference?
Because there's consent there.
Okay, that's consent.
Yeah.
Okay.
How is that consent?
But
I mean,
My mother consensually breastfed me.
I get
didn't.
your.
Nobody stole the milk
But
from my mother.
I get you're against slaughtering animals, but milk.
I'm against
is literally
exploiting animals.
there- You know,
Amsterdam is not lit. Don't come
No,
here. This place is shit.
yeah, maar, I
Hey,
want to say only thing. I maybe get you're against slaughtering animals. Maybe you. I don't.
I'm against slavery, man.
Maar against eating meat, but like eggs and milk, it's a nature thing. They don't get.
They do get killed,
slaughtered.
dude. For eggs, male chicks are slaughtered on their first day of life. They're blended up
But
alive.
not in the Netherlands.
Oh yes, in the Netherlands.
Yeah, but
I met a farmer who confirmed this with me. What do you mean?
my grandpa's a farmer. He does this shit.
Yeah, he buys them from.
No,
where does
but
he buy the
he's-
chicken from?
But he has lots of ground. They get that they can walk around freely, they get food freely, and they bring eggs, but they get food.
And when they can't produce enough eggs, what happens to them?
Nothing, literally.
They get killed.
I'm
Look,
not
this
in
is
business,
it.
but
This is it. Grinding up alive. They're either ground up alive, they're gassed or suffocated, or electroshock.
Sorry, but we are
It's just
mistook.
listen, I'm not vegan because I have a problem with meat.
It's not
I'm
a problem.
vegan.
You have your own opinion. Mine
I'm
is
vegan,
fine.
but I'm vegan because I respect the rights of animals. Because
Yeah.
I respect animals.
Yeah.
Do you think you can respect animals while kill them for something that is optional to you?
I like the meat, but yeah,
I also liked meat, but I said I don't think my liking is worth more than somebody's life.
But a bit is for us to like it, but a bit is natural.
Doesn't matter. It's natural to rape. Rape literally happens in nature. Doesn't mean we should do it.
You're right, Matt. Fine. I respect your opinion. I'm gonna go to my friends.
Okay.
But have a nice evening.
Just don't look into it, man. Don't exploit animals. If I give you a card, will you look into it?
I can look it over Google.
Okay. Watch Dominion, okay? Do you... Hey, sorry if it got heated, guys. Like, I'm just very passionate about it. You know, I don't think it's fair.
Bro,
I don't think
I
it's fair
respect
what
you,
happens to the
but,
animals. You know? Like literally. I think you heard the conversation that I.
Look at the picture.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Like, the whole point of it is the idea that if you can, do you think you can respect an animal when you take their life for something that you can survive
I
without?
think you can do it in a humane manner.
So if somebody would be respecting your friends, if they would kill them in a humane manner, would it be respecting them when you take their life for something that you don't need?
I mean, unfortunately, if you put it like that, like my grandfather was very sick. He had a disease of ALS type, and so we unfortunately, had to, pull the plug. He was suffering at the end of the day.
Yeah, but
and
that's a mercy kill, isn't it? It's not a kill where you say, "I want it." It's not. You didn't kill your grandfather because you said, "I want to kill them." You killed him because you wanted to spare him out of the misery.
No, but I think
that's
it's
okay to do to anybody, right? Because it's for their own benefit.
Well, I think it's different with humans versus animals. I think it's 100% different.
I think everybody on this earth who has sentience, do you know what sentience is?
Yes.
Yeah, who has subjective experience, who has the emotions and who has the capability to feel pain, or positive or negative valence emotions, deserves the right to not be exploited, abused, or slaughtered if given the option.
So then you just said, anything that feels pain,
Yeah,
correct?
anybody, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, plants do feel pain. That has been scientifically
There is no
proven.
scientific proof that plants
there
feel
is
pain.
scientific. Is there scientific proof that plants can feel pain?
Oh, there's been some really recent research, not necessarily pain per se with that specific word.
But they're not
talking
sentient.
But talking about how when you cut down a tree, it releases these different.
Yeah, but these are chemical reactions. These
but
are
isn't what we release in our brain when we feel
those
things
are-
a chemical reaction?
fair enough, but like we have a subjective experience. Plants don't, do they? Like plants don't
I
have.
don't know.
I mean, we don't know, but even
I mean,
let,
you have
let-
mushrooms
let's
that
put
are
it,
smarter
let's put it
than
this
we
way.
are.
But
Let's
really
put
cool. We just learned that plants talk to other trees from far
That's
and
fine.
wide
Like they
through.
communicate with each other. They're intelligent. I'm not saying that, but like let's put it this way. Even if plants were to be sentient, then it would still make sense to be vegan because more plants are killed in the production of animal products than in the production of plant-based products because the animals are still fed plants.
I have a question.
Sure.
Just a
Yeah,
question.
yeah, go for it.
So if there was no food, animal-based products to eat, would it be environmentally sustainable to have whatever the number is now, billion people on this earth fed by plants only?
It's actually better for the environment. Environmentally speaking, because again, as I said, all animals are fed plants and are fed more plants. Reality is for the environmental footprint of a person, like a vegan person, is a quarter for land use than a person who eats 100 grams of meat per day.
But is it sustainable today to feed 8 billion people?
If today we stop feeding all of these animals in animal agriculture, we can feed the whole planet today.
Then the next question, do we have the infrastructure in place to do that?
Well, we have the same infrastructure that we have of carrying animal products from one point to another, right? Like, why would we need different infrastructure for plant-based products?
Well, I'm just thinking about the farming land, the farming space required to
but why do you
create soy and the watering.
But water usage, so water
of
usage,
animals
eutrophication, and
yes.
everything is much better.
Agreed. Yes, agreed.
I agree.
But this isn't like the reason I don't want to talk about the environment is because the reality for the environment, just to put like a hypothetical out there, killing half the population on Earth would be beneficial for the environment. But that doesn't mean we should do it. And it's the same with this one. Like, obviously, it's better for the environment to go plant-based and to not exploit any animals. But the reason why I stay here is because all of these animals, they're individuals who deserve respect and not to be exploited or slaughtered for us. It's because it's for their rights. I sometimes sit and talk about LGBTQ rights also with people. It's insane nowadays that people have a problem with trans people, which don't get me started. But literally, animals are the most oppressed group on this planet. We disregard them completely.
I still think their conscience is different. They have different thoughts. They have different feelings.
But does that matter? The only thing that matters is that like the only thing that matters is that they have a conscious enough that they have a subjective experience of their own, right? For us to take that whole thing and just kill them and slaughter them for when we can choose to not do it, it's wrong, isn't it? It's like that's the whole thing.
I don't think. Again, I mean, you have your opinion. I've got my opinion. I don't think either of us are going to change opinions.
But let's put it this way: do you think it's wrong to kill animals for entertainment?
Oh, for entertainment, yeah, absolutely. You shouldn't.
Okay. So let's put it this way: you think it's wrong to kill animals for entertainment, right? Then, when you kill an animal for food, if you have the option to get all the nutrients that you need from plants, that means the only difference between you killing an animal for food or for it, like the only difference between you choosing an animal or plants is your own preference, your own taste, your own whatever it is, which is the same as, it's a pleasure. It's the same as killing them for entertainment.
But there's
because you
added,
can get nutrients from both.
You can, but there's still certain nutrients that you can get from animals that you can't get those. And I knew that was the next question. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not well versed enough.
Well, okay, let's put it
this
way. If you were to
find
out
that
that
sure that iron deficiencies, you cannot get enough iron
but you can
solely
supplement
from plants.
Iron.
You can supplement with iron supplementation. Yeah. However, getting it from a natural source such as meat is still going to be more beneficial to you and your well-being rather than.
The same. So at the end of the day, you need iron, right? At the end of the day, you need iron. If you get it from a supplement or from an animal, it won't be that big of a difference to you, but it will make the whole difference. It will make a huge difference for the animals, for the animal that dies for you. I mean, imagine if somebody said, I need to kill humans to survive because they have a vitamin that I can easily get, sure, from a supplement, but I'm just going to choose to kill the humans. I mean, it's the same. I'm not saying that humans and animals are on the same scale. You can create your own value as you want. I value some humans more than others. There's animals that if I had like pets, I would value them more than other humans. But that doesn't mean that.
What's chat saying? What's chat saying? I'm a blood drinking freak. Is that what chat's saying? W's in the chat if we should still eat animals and supplement.
Yeah, I don't think you should. No.
Probably not. Not with your follower base.
Listen, man, we're all here. We all oppose the commodification of animals. That's all it is.
I understand.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's the same. I don't disagree with trying to supplement. I don't disagree with that. But if you want to supplement your health and well-being with a vaster plant-based diet.
But why is your life more important than thousands of animals who die for you just because you say I don't want to supplement? Why is it that you think that your life is worth more than theirs? To them, it's their whole life, just like to you, it's your whole life.
Because
I'm not
animals,
saying you die.
Animals aren't adding to.
Are you adding
the
to
vast economy of the world?
Are you adding to the vast economy of the world enough to matter?
The spreadsheets I'm filling out.
I mean, come on, man. Think about it this way, right? Like
the shareholders are loving me right now.
Extrinsic value doesn't matter. Extrinsic value is something that I place on others. After I leave, if you die tomorrow, I'm sorry to say, but I don't care because I just met you, right? Like,
fair enough.
It doesn't impact me.
Absolutely.
If I die, it doesn't impact you the same, right?
Agreed.
But like intrinsic value, which is what you have, which is what I have, which is what all animals have, is the fact that all of us, we value our own life equally. To them, it's their whole existence. To you, it's your whole existence. If you can choose to supplement, to
I don't
buy
think
whatever
we
you
know
want to buy.
I don't think we know exactly what animals think and feel, right?
We don't need to.
They
I don't need to know exactly what you think and feel.
Because if you came up to me and you stabbed me in the side, you know, I'm like, oh, that hurts. That
Because you
that
can
doesn't
talk.
feel great. I think that's a part of it. I mean,
what if there's humans who can't talk? Come on, like you can think of a way where there's humans who are intellectually challenged, who can't talk, who would you say are behaving and cognitively speaking strictly exactly like an animal? There are humans like that on Earth, right?
I mean, yeah, but that's an extremely rare case.
Extremely rare case. In those extremely rare cases, do you think those extremely rare humans, would it be okay to exploit and slaughter them?
No, because they're human. They're not animals.
But humans or animals is just a category that we said it's a DNA thing. Why is that morally different?
Then what's difference between crickets and flies and bugs?
There's
And
no
let's say
difference.
you
You
have an
shouldn't kill all
annoying
bugs.
fly. So any mosquito that lands on your neck and you slap it.
Yeah, but
are we unfortunately now in the same boat?
if somebody's attacking you, right? Like if somebody is bothering you, you have the right to defend yourself. But none of these animals are bothering you. None of these animals are.
Well, I think a mosquito bothers you.
Yeah.
Same
That's
same
why I'm
way
saying.
that it stings
Like
you, or
if
a snake bites you.
You have the right to defend yourself. I'm only saying that innocent animals who do nothing to you should not be killed or exploited for you.
Separate note. Then what about our ancestors that roamed the plains and scavenged for their food and then killed the bison and the buffalo and anything else that was out there to survive? Were they also in the wrong, same as we are?
In a survival situation, if I'm on a deserted island, first of all, if I was in a deserted island with a human being or an animal, I could justify killing one of them to survive, right? It's justifiable. I need to survive. But we're not in situations of survival. Of course, I probably wouldn't do it because I would rather I would rather have the what do you call it, companion.
But to survive, you would kill an animal.
To survive, if I needed to survive, yes, but you don't need that.
But that's where I disagree.
But
I do need meat to survive. I do
yeah,
need
but you can't.
animals
You
to
can't.
survive.
You can disagree with that, but you can't disagree with the science behind it, with the fact that you don't need it scientifically speaking. Right? You can disagree that you can say, yeah, I don't believe that's true or not true, but you can't disagree with the science behind it.
Well,
and
again,
it's
I disagree that we have the infrastructure in place currently to be able to sustain 7+ billion
Do you
people
have the
on
infrastructure required to sustain yourself? Not the population, because you can't say, I'm not going to stop because nobody's stopping,
I
right?
mean, I don't think I can get the same amount of protein requirements needed from
Come on,
plant-based.
look at me, man. I'm big. I get protein.
Yeah,
can
you
easily
are.
get
You're
protein.
bigger than I am.
Yeah,
Like,
you can
I-
easily get protein. I'm not saying like
Like,
come
sure,
on.
I could get a bunch of whey-based protein, and sure,
But
I
whey
could
still
do that.
exploits animals. Yeah.
Well, all right, my bad. Soy-based,
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, soy,
whatever.
pea, protein. There's so much plant-based protein out
Sure,
there.
and I enjoy it, and I think you should supplement with it. But I don't think the world
But
as
I
a
only
whole
eat
is going
that
to be able
once
to
per
change.
day because I go to the gym, right? Everybody who goes to the gym has protein powder at the end of the day, right? But like everything else, tofu, tempeh, there's so many sources of protein.
And
Perhaps
I
protein
enjoy
originally
that.
comes from plants anyway. So like again, like it's not about like you keep asking yourself how to make your diet work. But let me just put it hypothetically: if you were to find out that you don't need any animal product to survive and thrive, would you say it's wrong to exploit animals for you?
If I didn't need any animals at all, and I could fully sustain myself with a plant-based diet, get all my nutrients, feel the best I could ever feel from a solely plant-based diet, then yes, I would agree with you.
That it's wrong.
Yes, that it's
Okay,
wrong. However,
so then if I bring up to you that this is the scientific consensus that you can do that, do you think that you, given the horrific things that animals go through, as you saw in that folder, given the idea that all these sentient beings are slaughtered and exploited for you, do you think that you have the obligation to abstain until you look into it if you can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet on the scientific consensus?
well, one of the key points you said in there is the pictures that you pointed out that those animals were slaughtered. I do think there are humane ways to slaughter animals to feed the population that we do have currently.
Let's
Now,
move on
are
from
all
that
of them-
again. If you think, doesn't matter if it's humanely or not, because there's no, humane means with compassion. There's no way to kill somebody with compassion in reality, but
I disagree.
Compassion and benevolence. Like, do you think there's
Yeah, you take a lamb to the altar and slaughter it. That would be.
I
with
don't think that's
compassion.
compassionate towards the lamb anyway. But like, let's put it this way: again, if I asked the question again, right? Like you said that if you find out that you can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet, you will do it, and you would say it's wrong to exploit and eat animal products.
I would
and
do
consume
it,
animal
but I
products.
wouldn't discredit anybody that still does eat animals.
Okay, but then I say, okay, then if you were to, again, don't you think you have the obligation to stop exploiting animals then?
No, I'm listening. I'm just your chat's funny.
Yeah. So do you think you? So listen. Do you think you have the obligation then to abstain until you find out whether you can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet or not? Because I bring to you, like, if you bring information to me saying that, hey, if you're going to buy Apple products, women are going to be exploited for you, then I have the obligation to abstain from buying any Apple product until I found out whether women or not can be exploited for me, right? It's the same for you. If I bring you to you and say that any animal product you buy, animals are exploited for you, you can survive and thrive without it, then you have the obligation to at least look into it, because it's, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, extraordinary justifying extraordinary violence. You can't just justify it by saying, I want to. It's not fair. So the fair thing to do would be for you to at least abstain and look into it. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I can absolutely look into it and do more research into it.
Okay, I appreciate at least that. I appreciate that. At least.
Shake my hand now.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate your opinion. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for staying here. I'll just give you a card.
Absolutely. Okay,
Maybe it will help you. Maybe it will help you. Challenge 22, by the way.
Okay.
They hook you up with a nutritionist. Send you recipes every day to help you get the best nutrition, plant-based, whatever you need.
Awesome.
It's all for the benefit of animals, man.
Okay.
I don't like telling people what to eat. I don't.
No, I
really
love
don't like.
animals.
Yeah, it's about the
I
animals.
love everything about an animal.
But you can't say you love animals when you.
I love how they taste, man. I love how they taste. But
come on,
cheers.
You
Cheers,
can't.
brother.
You can't.
I'll
say
look
that.
into it. I'll look into it.
Okay.
I'll look into it.
Okay.
Awesome. Cheers, brother.
Okay. Cheers. Have a good one. Okay, everybody. I think that's it for me. I'm pretty done. I'm pretty done. I don't think I have any more. Yeah.
Don't be shy.
You wanna have a conversation?
How about that? About cat and dogs.
It says animal abuse should be legal. Do you agree? Do you agree?
I'm agree.
You think it should be legal to abuse animals? Legal? No?
I don't know.
Anyway. I guess the time to come is later. You see, if you come later, there's more people who want to stop. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Please like, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. I'm gonna go. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all the donations that you have given me. Thank you for the support. No? You wanna come and have a conversation? Wait, somebody else might come and have a conversation. Wait. No, he's not gonna come. Okay. Thank you everybody for being here. I hope I've inspired at least some of you that you can go out there and speak up. It did get a little bit intense at times here. I'm sorry, I got a little bit flustered and I started swearing a little bit. I'm sorry about that. I'm usually a bit more calm, but I don't know. Sometimes my patience also goes away. I'm sorry. We're all human, I guess. At the end of the day, we all need to. But what was interesting, what I appreciated, this couple that when I started swearing and I got really intense for them, they stayed on this other side. They stayed and then I had this conversation, as you just saw this last conversation. So maybe being intense sometimes is not the worst thing, as I can see, because people, they get a little bit, something happens in there. So I don't know. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna do more live streams, as you have seen. I do one live stream per week. Please, if you're vegan, go out there and speak to somebody about veganism. You see, it's not that difficult. And if you're not vegan, what are you doing? Be vegan. It's easy. I'm muscly, yeah. You can get muscles. You can be, come on, it's no problem. You can be healthy and thriving. And if you need help, Challenge 22. Just Google Challenge 22, that will help you.
So don't waste time. Animals deserve it. Animals need you. Animals need your respect. They need your help. They need you to stop exploiting animals. Navia, thank you so much for 10 vegan Parlab membership. Navia, thank you so much. That's amazing. I hope nice people got it. Yeah, VJ got it. Oh, Grace gave it. Thank you so much, Navia, for that. That's awesome of you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. It's late. I hope you enjoyed these conversations. There were some a bit more intense, some others. Whatever it was, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have an awesome day going forward. Live vegan, love vegan, and subscribe, everybody. Okay, subscribe, like, and subscribe. I wanna get to 2,000. I don't know why. It's just a number, I know, but I don't know why. I just want to get there. So I appreciate all of you so much. Okay, go out there, speak for animals. Don't just sit there. Go in the comments, and I think some of you have did this in the chat, and I appreciate you so much for doing that. Continue doing that. Appreciate you. I love all of you. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Bye.